Hi, hello everyone. We are live. How's everybody doing out there?
We are live.
Anthony, I did feel personally attacked by that song video you sent this morning that I noticed at 7 a.m.
The songs that turned 40.
The 10 songs that turned 40 this year. I was just like,
Oh, I could name
just got
5
here.
songs. I can name 5 of them.
But could you name them in their original version?
drink.
Yes, I think.
Yes. Okay. So just for
What do you mean by
context,
original? Wait, what do you mean by original version?
because a lot of that stuff gets sampled and then released later into other songs.
Okay.
Like Sweet
I
Dreams.
didn't know if you meant
Ain't
like
that the original?
covers.
That's not?
No, it is.
That is the
Yeah.
original.
Okay.
For context, Anthony was about to say, but I'll take over. He said, Anthony sent a video to us on our Instagram chat that was like 10 songs that turned 40 years old this year. And I felt personally attacked. Not quite sure why. But they were all like 9 of them were all of like 9 of my favorite bands and favorite songs in the world.
Oh,
The one that should not have been on there, because I just don't like it, is UB40. But yes, it did turn 40 this year as well.
Which one is that?
Like red wine?
I just
Oh,
don't
yeah,
give a
I
shit
can name
about
that.
them. Yeah.
I mean, it
They didn't
does
do nothing
relatively
for me.
turn 40.
He's just not a reggae man. That's all. It's okay.
That's fine.
It's
Fine.
fine.
But I'm not
It's
going to
like-
deny that it's 40 years old.
Well, no, I didn't say I'm not denying it's 40. I'm just saying
You
out
said
of
it
the
shouldn't
10
be on that
songs.
list.
30.
No,
I mean,
because I
40.
don't like the other. I don't like it. I'm just saying it shouldn't be on there because it didn't turn 40.
It
There's
ain't
another song I'm
fuck
sure
about
that's
you,
40.
man.
You know, maybe it is.
Cold Blooded by
Yeah,
Rick
maybe
James. I think
maybe
that came
it is
out in
about-
'83. Huh. That would also be 40 years old then.
It's clearly not every song that came out 40 years ago. It's just
Yeah, it was just
Obvious.
it was just
songs that came
10
out.
10
No, why
random
I
songs.
made the joke is why you personally attacked me, because you know that all those bands are like my favorite except the one. So
And that's why in the text I said this is for Leland. And
Yeah, I know.
also for Steph to know what songs used to be before she heard them.
Yeah.
and that was the joke of I feel personally attacked.
So yeah, I was taking a legitimate shot at both you and Steph.
Yeah, I can
Oh, I
only
didn't
name
think you were
5.
actually taking a shot. That's mean.
It's a playful
be.
shot
It's love and understanding.
in the form of a bullet.
He's number 1 with one.
You know, I told Anthony last night we were gaming. We were waiting for our friend to come in to play,
You came without
and
us.
I was like,
Hey, you guys are always welcome. You're
Oh,
all like, oh, we
LoRC
can't be so
gaming.
consistent schedule.
like seriously, you totally know you can. We were talking, and it was kind of there was like silence, and I said, "You want to talk?" He's like, "We talk all the time." I'm like, "But we don't talk. Like you and I never get
There's
to just like
different
hang
levels
out."
of
He's like,
talking, though.
he's like, "We hang out all the time." It's like, oh, I was a little sad that he didn't understand. It's like, I was like, he was like, "No." Oh, okay.
Oh.
I like the protection of a group so I can defer the conversation away from myself.
I mean, I wasn't going to ask you anything personal. It's just nice to hang out with my friend.
We
What?
were asking what's new, and the only thing that's are new are personal things.
Oh.
Well, then, fuck, I don't know, man. Share, become a friend. I was just like,
I don't like the sound of that.
Like what personal things are you afraid of? Just like, hey man, how's the dick been? Like, you know.
You know who
All
really should
right.
be answering that
You know,
question?
this-
Steph, how are you?
I'm doing
you know the
great.
shitty part about it? He'd probably be okay with answering that question. He would be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, how's your day? Yeah, that's good. Oh, great, cool. How's your mom? Oh no, I don't want to talk about that.
Hey, man, let's not
That's
talk about anything
family stuff. We
personal.
don't want to talk about
Yeah.
yeah.
Dick been extra thick lately. Been having some
Yeah.
thick
Oh,
days.
okay. Some extra
Yes.
girth. Okay.
Crushing the onion with it.
Feeling hella thick.
Where's
Feeling
that
hella
video?
thick.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing we're supposed to do? Crush onions? Like, I don't.
Crush onions? I missed the onions part.
He said-
Yeah, I missed the onion part.
He said, like,
Onions.
um,
Wouldn't have been my go-to. I'd probably start with like a tomato.
you mean something that actually can break, because an onion is very, very hard. Also, do you want an onion near that area?
I'd wear
mean,
a condom for protection.
I mean, seasoning.
I mean,
Ooh.
It's a seasoned onion now. Like a
Onion
little
got
salt and
that
pepper
must.
on it.
It's
You're only
no.
making it worse, dude.
salt and pepper is just too much.
Little bit of Kanye on it.
Give it a little kick.
Yeah, a little
Anyway.
spice.
Jesus Christ.
So
Like a spicy
I'm gonna-
meatballs.
I'm going to move on before
Wait,
we
no,
ask
wait, no.
Steph about her weekend.
We
This is still going? Okay.
No, this is
Jordan's got one more joke.
because we're talking about seasoning
Okay.
things, and I was going to transition into: did you guys watch Beef on Netflix? Because
No, I have
that
not
show
started it yet.
No.
starring Ali Wong and Stephen Yuan is so insane.
Is it? I
You
do
will
like
never,
those
you
too.
will never guess where
Trailer
it
looked
goes.
insane.
You will never guess where it goes.
Yeah, I know
What
the
is it?
commercial stated, at least when I saw the trailer, it said
Yeah.
like these people get into like an accident
So,
and then they just like
so it's a comedy drama that all
Yeah.
It
stems,
escalates.
it all escalates from a road rage incident.
yeah.
That's how it starts,
Yeah.
and it just keeps escalating.
I mean, even the trailer was just like, oh, this just keeps going. This is wild. And I've not even seen the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a, it like acting is phenomenal. It is such a tough show to get through. It's like one of those things, but I love the whole way through it. But it's one of those things where you're just watching the character. You're like, oh, I kind of feel for this character. I want you to. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Why
It's
are
one-
you doing that?
It's one of those kind of shows.
Oh, that will not be good for me.
But it all works out in the end.
I'm sure it does.
When
For
they
some
fall in
people.
love.
No.
What was I going to say? Anthony was talking about. What were you talking about? Steph.
Smashing produce with our dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
that's right.
wanted
So
tomatoes.
me and Scott
Smashing
watched a video
pumpkins.
about an hour ago,
Mhm.
where they were the React people were
okay, yeah.
watching.
The
They were
Fine
like
Bros?
they would. Well, I mean, their channels,
Yeah.
they're not involved anymore as far as I know.
Okay.
But like, so anyway, it was, they would show a picture of a person, and the joke was, what do you think their OnlyFans is, and how much do they get made? And the one that upset me the most would be the woman that made, I think, upwards to like some million. So she made like $1 million a year or more than, by farting in jars and sending it off to people.
Oh,
And it's like
I don't know.
$1,000 a jar.
I don't know
But
why
was
I've
that-
heard
was that
that.
Jordan, how
Amaranth?
is her content?
was that Amaranth again?
I don't think she was
Maybe,
farting
I-
in jars.
Because I think she made
I
a
know she's
joke
one of-
like that during the streamer
I don't know.
awards.
I know she's like one of the most like successful sex worker
She
or
really is.
adult
Yeah.
Yeah.
streamers.
Oh yeah.
Sure. I mean, but they had people on there that maybe they were unknown. I'm not positive. But the farting in
ask
jars one was the
Jordan.
one. You know, they had
Look,
the,
I
they
have
had
an
one of the
account
cake sitting
For
ladies.
myself.
Yeah.
And how
you
much
know, the
do you
lady-
charge a
he-
month?
So sorry, Leland, go on.
It's fine. It was just odd. That's all.
No, that's fair.
is-
I
it
mean,
is
I
weird.
find that
I
weird.
mean,
I do find that
uh,
very weird.
I mean,
Delphine
like-
out here selling her water, her bath water,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Delphine when she had her bath
Belle
water.
Delphine. Yeah.
Belle
or
Delphine.
Belle
I mean,
Delphine, yeah.
They had Cardi B on there, and she makes
Mm.
$29 million a month.
You know what? Good for
She
her.
just-
has
Oh
one?
my god.
Just-
I wish.
But she doesn't do any sexy stuff. It's just her like,
No.
this is my day, and she's just walking around doing stuff. And then I had to look her up because I could not understand a word she said. I was like, where is she from? And I bet she's Latin. And it didn't
Oh, yeah, yeah.
specify where she's from. And I'm like, you have an accent, but I don't know what accent that is.
Oh,
So
Cardi
because I
B?
couldn't understand her, and I wanted to
Yeah,
know if she was not from here.
I forgot
But it
where-
said she was
where-
Latin in descent.
Yeah. I forgot where
I don't
she's
know.
from. But I wish I could make money on OnlyFans. I just don't have a good idea for it, you know? Actually, Actually- smashing produce might be a thing now that I think about it.
They had one girl
wanna
on there
dice this
that
garlic?
just
Yeah.
She makes 160K a year selling toenails.
No.
Okay.
Oh, and skin
No.
peelings off her feet.
Oh God.
No.
Yeah, it got worse as the list proceeded. It was
All right,
kind of
so
gross.
I
but
can't help but break that down a little bit. You don't have just tons and tons of toenail clippings to sell. Like you've got 10 a week, maybe. So like per toenail clipping goes for a lot of money, right?
Sure.
But
If-
it
if
could
you-
also be
Imagine.
the video, the video to watch her clip them could
Sure,
be
but if
expensive as well. You know,
half of her income comes from toenail clippings. That's like
Wild.
thousands, almost $1,000 per clipping.
I don't know.
Damn.
I'm not good at math, but I mean hundreds at least.
I mean, at the end of the day, the real thing is we're all in the wrong business.
We really,
are.
really are.
Podcasting with a bunch of fucking idiots. We should be doing an OnlyFans.
We should.
I think the
we
only
should
thing that
do
I
the
joke
I
show
mean, we
about
could
is
still
on
be doing an
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. We could do a podcast OnlyFans. It's not a porn site.
It's true.
It's just a site that lets creators make the content and put a financial gate in front of it. That's all.
It's basically
Yeah, I forget that
Patreon that
that's the part
also
of it.
includes porn.
Remember when Patreon had all these same people on there doing all the same stuff?
Yep.
Yeah,
So
but
they all called
Patreon
Patreon
sucks.
a porn site. Yeah, OnlyFans offered a better deal, so they went there.
It's true. That is true.
Who wants to buy my spit?
Good lord.
I'll
So,
sell you the rest of
Steph?
this can.
Yeah. Hi.
You went to Mario Land.
Oh, I
I
thought we were
sure
going to talk about
did.
her OnlyFans.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Let's move
I
on.
think we had a joke about that
It's
last
Steph's
time.
show tonight.
I remember Jordan saying one time for OnlyFans it would be like play like a
Oh, I was gonna play hentai games. Yes.
yeah
on
hentai
OnlyFans, 'cause
games,
Can't go on
which
YouTube
I
or
would try
Twitch.
that
like-
too.
Not a terrible idea. You
Yeah,
can stream on OnlyFans now.
it's true.
If I didn't have to show my boobs, I would try to see what I can hold
don't.
under one.
You don't have to.
No, I said like if
Oh.
I didn't have to, I would show what I can hold under. Like, hey, see this thing? My boob can hold it up.
Ah.
Like shit like that. You know, like stuff like that.
Steph's boobs.
Or like just how much force one boob can slap something. You
The
know,
upsetting
shit like
thing
just
is
stuff that I would try.
the upsetting thing is that she had that ready to go. Like that response was
Well,
ready.
yeah,
like
you
she's
guys
been
kept
thinking
talking,
about
and I
it.
actually came up with an idea.
I really want like Steph. A single video is Steph like slamming or holding an object with her boobs, but it is like say it's a 10-minute video. 8 minutes is the science of like surface tension, of velocity. Like it's a Mythbusters mini episode of
It's
like
a
the
Mark
science to
Rober
a thing.
explanation. Just-
Yeah,
I go
it takes
over
forever to get
everything.
there.
I
But I
go
would still
over
find it
everything, the
fascinating.
color, the size, where it's from, just to do one simple thing. of,
Yellow
okay, it
holds better than
Cool.
blue.
Yeah, you go over the conditions of the day, like why this is the optimal temperature for holding things.
Scott's got the name for it, Tit Busters.
Tit busters. Oh yeah, this is what you can and cannot do with this.
Listen, we can make learning fun.
It's
That's
true.
all I'm saying.
It's either that or just like do those things where it's like how much you could squeeze with your thighs. You know, those are always interesting to me.
Yeah, it's true. Do one of those
Like, these are
punch
the
in
different
arcade
fruits I
machines.
could crush.
Richer the more you talk.
Steph,
But
you
yeah.
had a very exciting weekend, didn't you?
Oh, it was nonstop. Ooh, there was a lot that happened.
Really? What
Oh,
happened?
I also
Buckle up, everybody.
I also have
Ah.
something to share after this. Hold on one second.
All right.
We handed it to her and then she left.
She got the responsibility. She's like, nope.
Yeah, one more thing.
Going
bad,
through a
I wasn't
tear in time and space. I went to the goth club like I was saying last
Ooh,
week. I
how-
went
yeah.
to Sabat.
Yeah, how was it?
I haven't been to a club since pre-COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dance club aside, it was fun. It was a good time. Good
Good.
vibe out there.
Yeah.
I was out a little after midnight because
Ooh.
I'm not young anymore.
Okay.
The person I was with, we were having our like second drink out in the patio, and we were talking. Oh no, we were on the dance floor, and the
Ooh, a dance
DJ
floor.
was okay. And they asked like, "Hey, like, how you feeling?" I'm like, "A little tired." They're like, "Yeah, a little tired." I'm like, "You want to get going?" Like, "Yeah, let's go." I'm like, "All right, we're out."
Oh.
Was
Sorry,
it
Robin
DJ
Roth.
Dracula?
It
DJ
was
Acula.
DJ Spookenstein.
Spookenstein. Oh.
No relation.
Okay.
Go ahead,
God.
Steph.
Let's start with how early the day started.
Ooh boy.
So,
I don't like this already.
well, like the weekend already was like just kind of like stuff after stuff. Because
Yeah,
like
the
my
weekend
brother
is like
came to
Tom
town.
DeLonge and Blink 182 are great. We
Yeah.
heard the story.
My brother came along. He visited. We all ate at a restaurant. All that. Saturday was like honestly now everything's starting to become a blur because there was just so much we did. First thing on
Start at the beginning.
am I going into Mario or am I going into how my whole weekend was? Which
Let's
part
just
am I
talk about
doing?
Mario.
Okay, cool. With Mario being said, no, I want to say one thing I did. I went to that good T-shirt mart,
Oh yeah.
and I went to
Good
T-shirt
t-shirt
mart
mart.
and El Cajon, and I got this printed out.
For
It
the
says my
podcast
dog
listeners,
says hi, and
yeah.
It's an
it
actual
was-
picture of
it was the
Steph's
best.
dog Tifa.
I have a picture of Tifa.
On a
I got real
tie-dye
excited
shirt.
for that. Yeah, they had two options. They had red and black or black and gray, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna get tie dye." The hell, this is a shirt for EDC.
Nice.
I'm really excited. Sorry, I really wanted to share that because that was a real fun time. Okay, to the start of Universal. My brother's girlfriend got us the special passes so we could be there before opening, which was at 7 a.m. So I got up.
Okay,
at
is that why that we got that picture at 8 a.m. and I was laying in bed and I'm like, why the fuck are you mean Princess Peach at 8 a.m.?
Yes. So
That threw me off, I'll be honest.
So I woke up at the early hours of 3:20 in the morning,
Mm.
and at 4 o'clock,
No, thank you.
I left El Cajon and drove over to pick up my brother and his girlfriend in downtown, and we headed up to Universal. So we were there at exactly 7.
Nice.
Yeah, which was nice. We did that preferred parking, or no, we did that VIP parking, I guess, which
Ooh.
was a
Oh, you
bit
paid for that?
pricey.
Yeah,
It
don't pay
was.
for that.
Okay, first of all, we did, and I did not know how close that was to the front.
Yeah,
It was right there.
it's right there. Yeah, you could it's like you get out of your car and you walk through the
It's right
giant
there.
globe that's up. Yeah, you're like, oh, we're
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Like, cause we were
Damn.
like, we went in, and then it was just like we went through the mall, and I like the last time that I went to Universal solely for Universal, not a Horror Nights, not anything like that, was 2002. It's like 2002,
Damn.
2003. That was the last
Been a
time I
little
went
while.
like for solely Universal.
Yeah.
And I remembered parking in the parking structure and then walking through the mall. And then you get to the front with the red carpet and all that. And then it said VIP parking or the VIP parking or whatever it was. And then I parked and I was like, okay, we still got to walk to the front. We walked around a little area that was probably maybe 150 feet. And then we were at security. And I was like, what? This is like right here. Yeah. So,
How much was that?
Yeah. How
Stuff?
much?
If you don't mind, really, how much?
$75 for that
Ooh,
parking.
it went up. It was
Mm.
50 last year.
50 was the
Mm.
basic tier parking.
No,
Oh.
30 is basic parking.
No, I think it went up. Unless it was
See, they-
30, 50, and
Fuck,
75.
Fuck Universal, $50 for a
I think
fucking
it
day
was-
parking. That's more
I
than
think it-
Disney.
And I think that was on a
Damn.
Sunday. And I don't know if it was just because Easter.
It
'cause
could
was
just be on Easter.
Mm.
'Cause-
Yeah.
Yeah. I just know it was a lot. It was nice, don't get me wrong, because after you start walking around, your feet are tired. But that was the closest parking I've ever seen. I thought we were in handicap. Like it was just right there.
No,
It was so
handicap was
close.
behind you.
It was
Yeah.
so close.
Mm.
Yeah, no, so we got in. It was the people who went to the park was me, my brother, his girlfriend, and my dad's sister, Auntie Ning. I've mentioned her several times.
Yes.
So the thing is, me, my brother, and his girlfriend had the early passes, and Auntie Ning didn't decide to go until after we already got the early passes. So she had to wait until 8, which everyone else, the normal time that park opens. That park opens from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Yes.
Is Auntie Ning the one who had rice come out of her nose and got scared?
No, that's not Auntie Ning. That was
Okay,
another
just
auntie.
trying to fit in which auntie this is, so we can remember
Auntie,
who we're dealing
Auntie
with.
Ning is the one that cried when she found out that I smoked and then said she didn't want me to become a drug addict.
Got it.
Do you remember this story now? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a long time ago.
I remember
She's real
that story
sweetheart.
more than the rice nose story.
that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, she's very.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it really?
Yeah, no. So, okay, so to get to, again, it's been a long time since I've been there. So, like, on the way going to Super Mario Land. Super Mario Land is at the lower lot. So, to describe how that goes, if no one knows, there's like 2 lots, an upper lot and a lower lot. Upper lot has the Harry Potter world, Springfield, the Simpsons Springfield area. I think that's
Yeah,
what it's called. Yeah.
Springfield.
And
yeah.
then we didn't even venture over to like the pets area at all at Universal.
There's a pets area.
Pets area?
Like not what's the pets
It's
movie?
the Secret Life of
Pets
Pets ride.
and like Despicable
Oh.
Me area off
Hmm.
to the side.
There's an
We didn't
illumination
venture
area?
there at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of turned it into one. They have a they turn New York Street into a Secret Life of Pets strip. It's got a pretty good dark ride.
Oh.
You become a dog. It's kind of fun, like
Aw.
virtually.
Leland, did we go there?
And they have no. We walked past it last year, but we did not go in.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they have the Minions ride at the end, and a decent cafe that gets pretty good reviews from the
okay.
YouTubers called the Minions Cafe for quick service.
Oh, okay.
You're not missing much, Steph, but
Yeah.
the Minion ride is terrible. If you're not under
rode
10,
it.
it's awful. Yeah, it's
I
just
rode
like
it and
okay.
it broke.
That doesn't
Um,
surprise me. Yeah.
Yeah. It broke on the part where the drop was supposed to happen. And I was just like, visually, it messed with my brain because it's, like how you do like the VR thing when you're looking down at something. It feels realistic that you're
Looking
about
down.
to fall, that
Yeah.
it messes with you anyways. Yeah, so we went down to the lower lot, which is Jurassic Park, the Mummy, the Transformers area, and then Super Mario Land is like right at the bottom. I don't know what it replaced. What area did it replace?
It replaced a soundstage.
Mhm.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
There
when I was
used to
there,
be
I
a
was trying-
backdraft situation down there, but Transformers and
Oh,
backdraft, and there was a
went
museum
there.
there.
I
Yeah,
Backdraft
remember
ain't been
that.
there in forever.
that's what
Oh,
I'm
that
saying.
was
Like
so
it's just
long
it's,
ago.
but that's where it used to be, is in that
Yeah.
area.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
now that makes sense. Okay.
Just
Mhm.
for anybody who is not familiar with Universal, when we're talking about like the upper lot and the lower lot, I just want to point out there's like a mile long escalator that connects
It
the
is
two
so
of them.
long and
It is a
so
very
Uh-huh.
kind of
scary sometimes.
important, yeah, it's a very
Yeah.
important thing I think to note. Like these are not two things that are close to each other. This is
Yeah.
the extent that Universal goes to try and compete with Disney.
Yeah.
Is that they had the top of the mountain, ran out of room, and been like, well, we still think of ourselves as compatible to Disney, so we're gonna buy the bottom of the mountain, and you're just gonna have to scale to go get
Dude,
from one to the other.
And hope
let
to
me tell
God
you
the
how,
escalator
like,
doesn't break.
Oh,
on the way
God.
going back up that, my brother asked for a picture, like, behind. So I
Mhm.
turned just like this just to do that. And even standing on that escalator, my legs were shaking. Like,
Mm.
it's so goddamn steep. Like, I don't know what it is. I was uncomfortable on that thing, and it says like, "Please use the handrail." I was like, I don't want to touch this. So yeah, I just leaned. I just leaned an arm. I didn't want to like actually touch the handrail, but yeah, no, that.
Mark, not another Monday
Oh
show in the chat
God,
mentioned I was there at the park one day that the escalator did break and it
that's
wiped out
so
a bunch of
fucking
people.
scary.
Damn.
I imagine that is what like Mount Everest would look like if you took the
Oh.
snow off, just bodies all the way to the top that just never made it.
It's actually just bones, bones, bones and bodies.
Ooh.
Just
Yeah,
I
they'd
have
have to
walked
send-
that
Have you?
once.
you
I
did the
did one
stairs?
portion of it. Oh, one portion of it.
Mm.
No, it hurts. I'll never do it again. I will
I
get
forgot.
on an elevator.
It says like the numbers too. Because I remember my auntie when we were going up the escalator, she was looking. There's like numbers for like how many stairs in total it is.
I mean,
I mean, it's
Like
awful.
on the side.
yeah.
Yeah.
When they finally make a Rocky movie in that one area, they use those stairs.
Oh God.
Mark picks up a bunch of paramedics were there taking care of people, and they had to take us through the back way. I complained that I had to see injured people, and it ruined my experience.
Sorry.
This is not what we're here. We're here for movie magic, not the
Yeah.
realism
Ooh.
of the world's poor health.
Yeah, it's like my mom, you know, she got back from her trip to the Holy Land, right? And during what?
Dollywood?
Yes, she went to Dollywood, and in one of the tours you take
Ooh.
in Dollywood, you have to get to the top of a mountain. Obviously, we're in Dollywood, so you know what the mountains are.
Yeah, two of them.
Twins, they call them.
Oh, you made a tit joke. Ooh.
Ooh. I love that.
Fucking 12-year-old Leland showed up out of nowhere.
That's funny to me.
Yeah, but mom was saying like she was climbing up all these stairs. And, like people on that trip with her, like 2 people broke their ankles because there was so many
Oh,
stairs. Some people
God.
fell. People had to get
Damn.
escorted by ambulances. Yeah, apparently it was crazy.
You gotta walk over them.
Yeah, no, that's insane. Oh,
All right, Steph.
yeah. So you
back to-
walk
yeah.
those crazy escalators, then you go down, and then you pass Transformers, and to the left is Mario World. Before I went there, because I knew, like, I don't know, maybe the stores would be all crazy. At the very beginning, I went and got my watch. I was the only one who got a watch.
Ooh,
I ended up getting you can't really see it because of the green screen.
it's a
but I got the
green
Yoshi one.
watch.
Yeah, the Yoshi
Ah.
watch.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Which-
is this the watch, Steph, that you can boop, boop?
yeah,
boop,
the
boop? Okay.
yes. It's a slap watch.
Ooh.
But I will say, this thing will come off.
Mm.
Like, you need to be careful that you don't lose this, because this shit was $40.
Damn.
I recommend, if you're there for the novelty of it, sure, buy one if you want.
Yeah.
But to be honest, you only need one per group, because there's some places that you can't get past without this to activate it.
Ah, interesting.
Like, there's some like puzzles or games that like you have to use this. You have to like touch the thing to have it start.
Yeah.
And like, that's one tip that I would like let everyone know beforehand, because there's people who waited in lines and they couldn't do shit because they didn't have this.
Ooh.
Yes,
Steph.
Leland, Anthony. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm the little one.
Oh my
Can
god.
we take yours?
Yeah, I was gonna bring. You can
Sweet.
use this again. So
Sweet.
no
Well, I
one else
figured
has.
Steph would just be with us.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm
Sure.
just kind of pointing out like we don't need to buy new ones.
Yeah.
We
No.
just
No
keep
one else
taking
has
hers.
to buy this. Yeah.
Uh,
No one else has to buy this. I already got mine. Unless you want one. Sure.
Steph,
I'm not
are,
gonna.
are places locked behind certain characters, or does every watch open everything?
Mm,
I'm also trying to get over the
It-
fact that
it-
there's
one
a
watch-
literal paywall to some things
Yeah.
there.
yes and
That's a-
no.
I mean, it is
The
a little
watch will
crazy.
do everything. The watch will do
Yeah.
everything that you're entitled to in the land. Like
Yeah.
with a certain, like, did you do any of the game stuff?
Yes, I did. I did some of
Okay.
them, but I was bummed about one part, and I'll tell you why, because I didn't know that that was the area. I'm also scrolling through my pictures, so I know exactly what to say about stuff.
Yeah.
When you first walk through, like they have like the big sign, Super Nintendo World. They have these little warp things as a photo op, so you could take a picture. When you first walk through, the pipe, it looks like it's like pixelated or not pixelated, but it has like rainbow lights, like you're getting warped into a tunnel, and then
which
it
they make allusion
immediately
to in the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
yeah, and then once you walk through, you are in the castle, so it's very much like a Mario 64 where you walk into the castle and then it has like the big picture frames, and if you keep watching them, it'll like do that like warp like
Oh, that's cool.
liquidy looking effect, and then it'll
Yeah.
change a picture to something else, which was really nice. The scale of everything, okay. For me, I'm a huge Mario fan, so when I went there, I was in complete awe.
Yeah.
Like just awe, like yeah, but everything was so cute. It was everything I could hope for. When we got in there at 7, not a lot of like it was open, but I didn't know what to do there because I didn't know how to do stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
So like one of the mini games I did, where you get a key, was there's different times, like there's different like clocks. They look like a little alarm clocks, and it's pretty much like whack-a-mole. If it turns red, you gotta hit it.
Yeah.
And this is why I say it's better if you have a group, because I was solo on this thing. I was the only one who bought the watch in my group. That when I went up there, I was like obviously put in with another family or another group, and then we got to play that. But like eventually, like I got my points and stuff. I got to take pictures with Peach, which threw me off because okay, I know there was someone. I know it's someone in the bodysuit.
Yeah.
Clearly, it wasn't like an animatronic or anything like that. And like I went up and I took a picture. I don't know why I was shy, but I was.
It's because you watched
Something
Megan and you're like, maybe.
No, not
Because
that.
you were meeting one of your heroes.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like I felt like such a child. Like
Like,
I
oh my
don't
God,
know.
you're
I
real.
really,
Child at heart.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It was. There's a big place in my heart for it. Like I saw Peach
She
and
is
I legit
royalty.
I got shy. I don't know why I got shy, but I did. And then I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is so cute. And then she just goes in like in an actual Peach voice, like it was like I'm sure it was a button they pressed, but she goes, thank you. And I was just like, oh my God, you talk? And then like I think my brother has that recording. I don't know if he actually recorded it, but I know everyone was like laughing because of my reaction. I was just really shocked that it would like talk. I just imagined like someone doing an impersonation or not talking at all and just kind of like waving friendly. But no, it talked back. There was another mini game where you had to like spin a crank, and then there's like a Goomba that comes like on this like rolling thing. And then if you spin it fast enough, you'll knock the Goomba down and then you'll get another key. And then they're like, there's just a lot of areas. It's very similar to like how people have described like Harry Potter land world, where like you have your wand and it activates stuff. Yeah. Your watch will activate
Anthony, show
things.
us again how you activated my wand. Oh, that sounded bad.
So
how you got the wand?
In your non-dominant hand. In your non-dominant hand, you grip the
shaft,
the wand by the bottom. Yeah, no, from the bottom of the wand, and then you stroke the other one, and the magic comes out.
You have to grip it by the base.
Yeah. Some prefer a twisting method, but both will do. It's just preference.
Remember to point the tip away, though. Always point the tip away.
Yes, you don't want the magic to blast off in your face.
Yeah.
Did we answer it yet? We did. Yeah, the watch works everywhere in that area for Mario Land. Anyways, I was going to one area because I was just collecting my coins, because you collect points and then you can unlock certain areas if you get like a certain amount.
More paywalls.
And like, huh?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Go
where's
on.
that collected? Where are these keys and coins
Oh,
collected?
You download the app.
It's
okay.
yeah, it's all app based.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
It's all connected. I think I got a total of like 400 something. I know I was missing
damn,
some
girl, you
stuff.
Four extra
rich.
lives.
Yeah, I know. Oh, sorry. I got 19 stamps out of 128. That was not much.
Oh,
but,
jeez.
but I did get 886 coins.
That's
Now
8 extra lives.
You're rolling in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
About to buy Luigi's
at one
mansion.
point well, at
Is
one
this a
point
gun?
I was in the rankings because I saw my name. I looked it up on
Oh,
the
right
app
on.
and I was there. Yeah, so that was kind of cool.
What number were you?
I think I still have it.
3 million.
I was really far in the numbers. I know it wasn't anything like, oh my god, I'm like right up there. No, it was
Top
nothing
50?
like that. Probably not even that.
Top 100?
367
Actually, that's not bad.
You're
with
on the board. That's what
400
matters.
468 points.
Hmm.
So it said Stephanoids, and I was really, I was excited
Nice.
about that.
How do you spell that?
STEPHUHNOIDS on all the social medias. I'll repeat that later.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, so like you download that app, and then like the map is there to show you like everything at Mario Land. So that's kind of helpful. Like within the app you have this to show everything, areas that you went to, stuff you can mark. But so I was in one line to get coins, and by now it's like 750 something, and the line was probably like maybe 20 people, and it had like a POW block, and I'm just assuming, so you have this on, you don't really have to touch this to the block, it just needs to be near it, because I've seen
Yeah.
people just punching the bottoms. It'll have the block and that thing will be
Busting it.
there, and if you punch it, it'll make noises, and then you'll get your points, and it'll do the dong, dong,
Yeah.
like, you know, like the little coin noises and stuff. Anyways, it becomes 8 o'clock, and then just the stream of people start like flooding in, like, because the park's now open.
Oh.
There's just all these people coming in now.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, that's
All the
another thing that I'm
middle-class
still trying to
people.
understand, because you still have to reserve your slot. It's not open to everyone. You still
Yeah.
have to reserve. It's kind of like how they did
Star Wars.
But
Star
true.
Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you did Star Wars, like, oh, I got a reservation for this, so I can go in at this time slot. They still had that for for Mario Land, but like everyone's trying to go to Bowser's ride or castle for like the go-kart thing, and I see all these people, and I'm like, do I want to get my coins or do I want to ride this ride? Because now it's like there's just a line forming, and I was just like, yeah, no, fuck this, and I got out of the line, and then I just walked over because my brother and his girlfriend had already gone in. Now, when I go in, like, I waited maybe, I don't know, 4 minutes, and then I get to the front, and then like the guy goes, oh, how many in your party? And I'm just like, 1. So he sends me to the single riders line, which my brother already mentioned. The single riders line, he saw a hack on TikTok where it was just like, hey, to ride this ride quickly, go in the single riders line, like it's real fast. So I took the single riders line, and it took me to like a stairway to the back area where no one was at.
Yeah.
And then I went into like the back building. So if anyone saw my story and it was like that panned view of like Mario Land, I was like at the top area off to the right. And then I got to one area that just had like it was just cut off. So I didn't know whether to just wait there or go left. And I waited there, and I was like, what am I supposed to do here? Because there was just a guy standing off to the side, and I was like just standing there by myself. And then I was like, do I grab one of these? Because they had these like little headband things that you put on. And then he was like, no, someone's gonna be there in just a second. And I was like, okay. So some dude comes, he hands it to me. I keep following this area that has like, it's just hallways. Like there's nothing really novel.
Just
Like
regular
there's
ass
no
hallways.
Yeah, it's still themed, but it's not like there's not any like everything was so visually stunning outside that I thought
Yeah.
there would be more in there. So I was just like, okay. And then it took me to an area. I keep passing all these people who are in the regular line because I'm just off to the right. And then I'm finally at the bottom to ride the ride now. I'm in the single line person, so there's like a bunch of like families and stuff, which they're really strict with you. If you have a child, you have to be with your child, like
Yes, obviously.
next to.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but like I got stuck with a family that had like four four kids. So it was just like the mom, her son, I guess, and then her two kids in front, and then the other family of one child and a parent. And I overheard the lady where she was just like, "Is that your kid over there?" And she goes, "Yeah." And then she goes, "Well, you can't. You have to be with your kid. You just can't have separate kids like over there." And they got into a huge argument with the lady, and she was like, "That's the mom is right there in the cart." And she goes, "No, but you have to be with your own kid." And then I was just like watching them have this issue while I'm stuck in the middle because they put me on number 8, and I was
What
just
if
like,
you
"Do
got
I?"
like an odd number of kids?
Yeah, and I was like, I don't mind riding with your child. It's fine. Like, it's not a big
Apparently,
deal.
you can't.
Yeah.
And
I'm a nice person.
yeah, and then like I don't know. So I was next to this kid and their family, which was fine. Anyways, going through the ride. So once you get in, I'm gonna use an Xbox control as a example. But
Inappropriate.
you
I
have
thought
this.
she was about to say, "I'm about to use an explicitive," and I was just like,
No. So
Damn.
you
All
tech.
right.
So you
Yeah.
have this like I don't have a
Shoot.
visor to explain it, but you
We
essentially
all
have
understand
this.
what a visor is.
Oh yeah. Well, it has this
I've
visor, and
heard they're
then
very heavy, Steph. Can you
yeah, that's what I
confirm
was trying to
that?
explain. So
Yeah.
the visor goes on, and then there's this little turn clamp. Because I first put it on, I was like, this is a little loose. Like, how do you keep it secure? And then I found it has like a turn knob that you just crank, and then it shrinks it to your head. So I was like, okay. And then I was like trying to figure out like how else you do this because it was just a hat. So I was like, so they just give you a visor to wear when you're on Mario Kart? Like that's like just to be in the cart? But no. Once you sit in the seat, it has the 3D thing that you just put up and it just snaps to the frame that's already on your head. And then it's just like
Okay.
this 3D like kind of
Like a
visory
heads-up
thing.
display?
Huh?
Like a heads-up display?
Yes.
It's
Think of
just
it like
see?
that.
I guess so.
Yes.
It just goes like
It,
this, so it
th-
just shows
you
this.
see,
It covers you
yeah.
for 3D
You
look.
see the characters in the visor, so when you look around,
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
all
they're
over.
doing
Yeah,
things as you're going on the ride.
Right
Oh,
on.
Yeah.
so it's like a VR helmet.
Yes, but
yes, in
yeah,
a sense, yeah. So it just has a shield right here, but you could clearly see through it.
Oh, okay, so it's
It's
AR.
just
So it's AR.
Yeah,
yeah.
AR.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, AR.
what does
So you
AR
see.
stand for?
Augmented
Augmented
reality.
reality.
Okay, there you
Thank
go.
you.
Yeah. So you could see through it, and then you'll see like, oh, when you're riding the car, you're also pressing a button that will shoot out shells.
Mm.
So you're shooting out shells at characters and accumulating points. You're trying to beat
Yeah.
Bowser.
Yeah.
How good do the other carts look through this AR?
I think they looked pretty good.
Like a lot of AR is a little translucent.
Yeah.
Like it's very clearly like flat. I'm curious like how 3D and how vibrant these look.
Okay, they're clearly not solid. Like you can see through them a little bit. I don't know how to explain it.
Anthony, you
think
should
they
watch
did a
the
good
video
job.
online.
Yeah.
There's a couple of really good ones that show you the ride. You get a good idea of like, oh, okay, this is you're watching the video game in front of you as you're,
Yeah,
you know,
as you're
being driven
experiencing
around
the
the
ride.
thing.
Right on.
Man,
Yeah.
I had a blast on that thing. Like again,
I've heard it's good.
Pulled,
Yeah.
it pulled some heartstrings. We got on Rainbow Road and my eyes watered. Like they legit watered with the tune and it happening. And I was like, this was made for me. Like this day was for me. And I was really excited.
This is Steph's spot too.
Yeah, it was really fun. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, the music, like the stages, like I could see what they were doing. I could see like cuz like I've played a lot of the games, so like when they show me the water world, I'm at the water world. I'm hearing the
Yeah.
music. I'm seeing stuff. Hey, we're in the air. Wind is blowing in my face. Like you're launching off a ramp and you're flying. You're doing the flying simulation. There's wind. There's like a cloud blowing in your face. You're getting tossed like another area. It was the best.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with that. What I didn't find out until later was there was a
Uh-oh.
whole area I didn't see. So when they told me to go to the single riders line, I missed the whole inside area of the castle.
I was to say
There
when you
was
said
like,
there was, yeah, when you said there was nothing in the castle, I was like, where are
I
you? Because I
know,
watched a walkthrough and there's a
I
lot going on
know.
in that fucking castle.
I looked at my
So-
brother's pictures after, cause like I said, they went in, and when I got out, I was like, "Where y'all at?" Like, cause mine was so quick, I assumed they were already out before me.
Yeah.
So then, like, I was just like, my brother's like, "Where are you?" And I was like, "I'm at the front of the line. I don't see you guys." And he's like, "How'd you get to the front of the line?" I was like, "They told me to take the single riders lane." And he's like, "Yeah, we took that too." And I was like, "I don't know where you are. I'm already done." And then I found out that at the beginning, before they had some guy like telling you where to go, they had no choice but to go through Bowser's castle to see everything. So then I saw my brother's photos and I'm like, dang it, October. I'll see you in October. Fine.
Right on.
We didn't
Did
eat
you eat
there.
any of the food?
They were like sold out for the day for Toad's thing, so I didn't get to eat there. Like it was all
Sold out.
booked and we didn't want to wait.
It was all
Like they
it
had
was
a
all-
line.
It was
Cause
booked.
isn't it sit down? Wait. Isn't it sit down? Like it's like how you would do
There's this.
like the cantina.
No, I mean, yes and no, but it's sit down to the extent that you go into the restaurant and you can wait in line, but I've told it you will wait up to 45 minutes to get in, and then you order, and then it takes you 30 to 40 minutes just to get a seat because you wait to be seated. So they're like clearing people out as like they
Oh,
bring you your food. It's not quick service like at Harry Potter Land. Like Anthony,
yeah.
you remember, it's like you wait in a line, you just walk up and grab your food, and then you find a place. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I didn't even.
it's getting a little different depending on what it is, really.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even go in there. Like there was just too many people crowded in the front there
Yeah,
and they were already just like, this is how long the wait's gonna be. So I didn't bother going in or peeking in. Um, I just took a picture of the menu, which I saw they had like fireball spaghetti and meatballs, a Luigi burger, I think. There's
hmm
like a toad steak or something like that. Um, the only like themed thing that I got there was I got their Luigi's apple soda float.
Oh, how sugary was it?
It was pretty sugary. Um,
Yeah, the reviews online of all three drinks have been, if you like sugar, this is the drink for you.
I think what I
Well
would
then.
have preferred was just the apple soda with the because they did that thing where like they'll do a cream soda, but they'll do like a Sprite based kind of drink, and then they'll put like a scoop of vanilla ice cream to make that creamy soda thing. I think Baskin Robbins did that for like the Shrek movie a long time ago, where it was like a lime and purple sherbet with like pop rocks or something. Um, they did that, but they added the popping boba at the bottom, which was fine. I just think it was too much. I think you didn't have to be too busy with your drink. I think you could have just gave me the
Fair.
apple soda and the vanilla and it would have been fine. Um I did see how they had um I saw how they had the star popcorn holder that Leland got me, and then I saw how you could get a Mario Kart one. I think
A
that was like
Mario?
40. It was like a Mario. It was Mario and a Mario Kart popcorn holder, which did come with a bag of popcorn.
A Mario in a Mario Kart.
Is that what you call
You
Mario
could
in a
just say
go
cart.
kart?
Yes, or a go kart.
Okay. I don't
No,
know.
it's a Mario Kart.
Mario Kart specific.
So is Luigi in a Mario Kart?
Yes.
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 Bowser also in a Mario Kart.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dry
Because
bones.
what's the game called? Mario Kart. It's not called go kart.
That's the name of your
No,
only
she got me there. Made me look like a total idiot.
Ooh.
Yeah, all in all, we were there from probably 7 to like maybe 10:30-ish. And then
Ah,
we went to walk around the mall. Or walk around the park, I think.
So
Yeah.
3.5 hours is
I
kind
think
of
so, or maybe less.
what it takes to
forget.
do the whole thing.
oh, I thought you meant 10:30 at night.
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh
was like,
no, no,
oh
no,
my
no,
good
no,
lord.
no.
I was like,
No,
that's
we
a
were
Disney
checked
day
out-
at Universal. Fuck that.
No, we started at 7. We were checked out by 3:30, almost 4, and then we left at 4:30 in the afternoon. Like that
Yeah.
was enough.
That's fair.
Did you go to Harry Potter Land?
I did. I got a butterbeer. I got it frozen. It was good. I watched people. Okay, so that was another thing too. So once we got up, we went to pretty much after Mario Land. We took my aunt to Waterworld because she hasn't seen that show.
Yeah.
This is her first time at Universal.
Are they still doing the Waterworld
She
show?
loved that
yeah.
show. She lost her goddamn mind at that show. My auntie hasn't
Yeah.
seen
The
like
attendance on that show is off the hook. That's why they keep it there.
yeah.
Yeah.
My
I
auntie's
thought
never
like they
seen,
finally
the
closed it recently.
No.
Oh, I don't
When I
know.
worked for Universal, I asked straight out, I'm like, why is this still here? And they were like, no. They were like, bro, our attendance on this show is off the chain.
Like
And like in Universal Japan, it's like their favorite thing.
oh, okay.
Huh.
Yeah, because like everyone was like, "What's Waterworld?" And I was just like, "No, we gotta go." It's like
Yeah, that's the problem.
shit
No
is-
one knows it's a movie. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just a
Well,
stunt
yeah.
show now.
It's
I
just a
know
stunt
it's a
show.
movie, but like I remember loving it as a kid. I was so blown away by that show, so I was like, "I'm gonna watch it again as an adult and see if anything will like change."
Has
She
Yeah.
means the
anybody
show enough.
watched in the last? Has
Wait,
anyone
what?
seen it in the last 10 years?
No.
I probably saw one of their Halloween overlays within 10 years period, but I've not actually watched the show. in a while.
Movie. I'm curious. Anybody in chat?
Oh,
I'm curious.
the movie
Anybody-
itself.
Yeah, anyone who's
God,
seen
no.
the movie
No.
itself in the last 10 years, I'm
No.
curious,
No.
like, does it hit different now?
I mean, he still pees in a cup and makes water, so no.
There's a lot of dumb shit out there. Fucking the lightsaber knows to stop at this point. The fuck is that?
It does because of the fine tuning of the goddamn hilt in the lightsaber.
And that Mr. Coffee is finally tuned for piss.
Are we still talking?
Yeah,
about
but I
that?
didn't have a robot explain that to me, like in motherfucking Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Like, no Kevin Costner robot pops and goes, "Hey,
You don't need a
Science,
robot to
bitch.
explain it to you because you watched him drink it.
yeah,
Exposition over.
yeah."
I'm sorry, Steph. We're describing the first 30 seconds of Waterworld.
Yes, where Kevin
Yeah,
Costner
I
pees into a
haven't-
machine that comes out as pure water that he drinks.
I
A
haven't
machine is a
watched
generous
it, I
description.
don't think.
Do you
Or
want
if
to
I
hear a
did, I
fun
was
thing
really
about
young.
Waterworld?
What?
Steph, you'll love this, and I bet you didn't know this because it's movie trivia. So they built that set, right? That set on the water for the movie was
Yeah.
like $1.2 million at the time. That bitch sank during filming. It is still on the bottom of the ocean as we speak. They rebuilt it for another $120-something million to do the finish of the movie. How do you fuck that up? Like, who's the night
why did it-
clerk that was like,
How
oops?
far were they for
guess
it to
I-
sink that much?
Oh, they were way out in the middle of the ocean
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
because Costner wanted it to look real.
Is that
Fuck
was
that.
his call?
I think he
movie that-
directed it, maybe.
The movie that
No,
was
he didn't direct it.
universally panned so badly upon
Um,
release and considered one of the
it's
biggest
someone's-
flops ever
Don't
that I
matter.
decided
You know what you
never
do?
needed
Fuck
to
that.
watch.
Build that set on that lake at Universal Studios, and if it sinks, you go, "Oh, cool. Good thing we're at Universal Studios. It's only 6 feet
That it
deep."
becomes there.
It
They
becomes
could
part of
probably
the
have a
attraction.
ride that lets you or like they'll probably have a special thing where you can go underwater and see it
Bruce comes out.
underwater.
All right, Steph. So
no.
Auntie enjoyed. You
Auntie
sent us a
loved
funny
that
picture of
show.
her. Bumblebee attacked her.
Oh yeah, that was another thing too. She was like, they all got in line for pictures, and I guess I forget that they're like, "Hey, we're taking pictures right now," and everyone kind of lines up, and then my brother took a picture with Bumblebee, and who's the other person?
Megatron?
Your Megatron.
I don't know my
Optimus?
Transformers. I just know they
I've
go
only
boom,
ever
boom,
Neither
seen
do they.
those three.
Oh, okay.
It's usually Bumblebee, Megatron, or Optimus. That's the only three I believe they haul
Okay.
out
Bumblebee's
there.
yellow, Optimus is red, Megatron is gray.
Got it. Okay, yeah. So, Auntie, they were all taking pictures, and I thought they were done. So I turned around and I no longer had the camera in my hand. And then I heard my auntie screaming, and I turned around and her arms were flailing because they picked her up, and she's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!" She was having a good time, but she was like, "Oh." I was like, I wasn't recording. I thought we were done with pictures. Yeah, but I thought it was funny that they play around like that.
Did
Um,
did the one that wasn't Bumblebee like throw some shade at Auntie?
I don't know if she was saying that. I know
Optimus.
they made a comment for my brother, and I know he said something, but I didn't catch what he said. He made a comment for my brother and his girlfriend's shirts, because one of them was Peach and Mario, and it was like her princess,
His
his princess,
Oh, they
her
were
hero.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
were
one of
being
those.
cute.
And he said something, but I didn't catch what he said. Because he
The
does that, right?
Oh,
Megatron-
He
I thought it.
jokes.
Oh
Megatron
yeah.
is
Yeah.
apparently fairly sassy.
It's
Oh,
Bumblebee and
Yeah.
Optimus
Yeah,
in
he's
the
a
picture.
yeah.
Okay.
Megatron is a bit of a bitch. Like it would
Okay.
not be I would not be surprised if he threw out a fan. It was just like girl. Like that's how sassy
Okay.
he gets to those customers.
Just says
I asked. Okay,
Enertron,
no, that makes sense now
Energon.
because my
Makes sense
brother's
to you.
girlfriend had mentioned like, did you hear? Like, did you catch what he said at all? And I was like, I didn't know to focus on that, so I didn't hear it at all. And then after that we did the studio after Waterworld we did the studio tour, which I forget that ride is an hour long.
Mhm.
It was real fun though.
Hmm.
I haven't been there since the upgrade.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
seeing my auntie Ning had a blast again. I was worried that she wouldn't do well on that ride, but she was going nuts. She was laughing. It was real sweet. I thought it was a really cute moment to watch her have fun like that. When like King Kong and the T-Rex start fighting and that's all happening, I kept trying to hold her because I didn't know if she'd be okay on that ride. Because that shit is rough. That thing is
Is it?
rough. I think so.
It jarred around a little bit. Yeah.
Like it
I mean, the
changed.
I have
dinosaur
not
does
been
try to.
on.
The dinosaur at one point grabs hold of the car and tries to rip you down.
Yeah, and you fall. You
Yeah.
actually do
Yeah, you
fall.
fall
Well,
and you
you
swing, and
visibly
the
fall,
thing
but you
it
yeah.
feels like you're swinging, even though you're just in a 360
Mm-hmm.
blue screen. you
Yeah,
know.
that one
They
was
still
really
have
cool.
earthquake, which very still upsets me.
Is that what it was? That
So,
was Earthquake? Because I was like, there's
yeah.
a subway part, and I didn't know what that was. And
that I
then the
remember.
water comes, it starts to flood.
Mhm.
The freaking truck goes down. I remember that.
Yeah.
And then the train. Okay, so Earthquake. Yeah, that was real bumpy.
I mean, it's a pretty good earthquake simulator to the point where it upsets
Yeah.
me. I'm
It
just like,
was
oh, this is like real. I don't like this. you
yeah,
know?
it was intense. It was real fun though.
I personally, I don't know
Mhm.
how you feel about it. You're about to tell us. I wish they would let me off before the Fast and the Furious portion because it makes me nauseous as fuck.
Oh
But it's
god.
also just dumb because it's like you feel that like the Rock is given like I don't even want
I
to
was
say
about to say because
50%.
I want to say you've said this before.
No
I'm
selling the
sure
whole
you've
thing.
mentioned it before when you went, and
Did
I
you like
forgot.
it?
Oh, I had a blast.
Of course
I
you
had
did.
real fun, but it was real. There were some parts where I was like, "Oh, this is what's happening." So like, okay. First, it's before we get to Fast and the Furious, I think it's like it's. I forgot if Jaws happens. They're going over the studio and stuff.
Yeah,
But
Jaws.
I didn't realize that that's where the Fast and the Furious part was. I thought the Fast and the Furious thing was like its own ride. So I was trying to find that in the park until I realized that that was the part that was happening because you pull up to this thing and then you see Tyrese and he's talking about you guys are gonna do a heist thing. You're gonna go to the club. You guys are gonna party, and I was
Yeah.
just like, "Fuck, how are we gonna party?" And then like,
We're a bus.
yeah, like, like it starts doing that, and then Michelle Rodriguez comes out. She starts talking like her stuff, and then Vin Diesel comes out. He says his family line, and then The Rock comes out, and then I was like, "Don't y'all have issues?" And I'm just like looking at all this in front of me,
Filmed on
and then
different
it's just
sets.
like, oh, we're gonna join up, like something about like, yeah, we're gonna head into this party right now, and then the bus moves. And then you get into the party, which is just a fucking warehouse, and that maybe plus 20 people in the middle just vibing and having a good time. And I just couldn't
Anthony,
focus.
yes.
Yes.
What's your question?
So you are a bus
Yep.
in a party.
Yes.
No,
Bus party, yeah.
Isn't it implied we're on the what do you call that? What do you call those, like, army?
The tram.
The
Like a-
tram. It's implied that the tram is there with you, and that
Okay.
when Owen Shaw shows up to do bad things, you have to be on the tram because you're on the highway, and
Okay.
he's ramming you with his car, and then The
Yes.
Rock is in his car, and then Vin Diesel and the other cast members are in their car.
Yeah.
It's really insane.
Oh, I buy
like
that part.
it's
Oh.
dumb. Yes,
That
but
part
you
Oh
is
pull
no,
fun.
into
I
a
love the
garage.
shit out of that thing.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I was like,
You-
I
you
am
pull
front
into a-
seat. I am front seat in a Fast and the Furious movie. This is like, this is real. I don't know,
You
it touches
pull
spot in my
into a
heart.
garage with your tram, and that's kind
I
of like
know.
she didn't mention that through the course of the ride since the beginning
Yeah.
of the tram tour, The Rock will come in occasionally, be like, "Hey, are you on the lookout for this car?
Yeah.
Owen Shaw is his candy ass is missing. You got to find him for me." You know, that kind of nonsense.
Yeah.
So by
Sure.
the time you get around to it, that's what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but
I'm
she's not.
for
She
all of
described it.
that.
She described it personally. You do pull into a very small party of maybe 15 people on a
Yeah,
green
it's a
screen,
very
kind of
small,
like
awkward party, and they're
Yeah.
just dancing, and I was just
yeah.
like, I just imagined it to be more of a party and not just, hey, you guys, on this cue, dance. And it's just like, there's nothing going on in this background other than this is supposed to be a
Except
club
for the
scene.
bus that pulled in that people are
Yes.
dancing with now.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
And
Like,
it's like
just
the
take one
bass is
step
going
back.
too. I think that's the funniest part because before that happens, you're in a room, like you only see one side. So like on the other side, I think you see like what do you call those? Like the tanks? Oh, a tank. You see like a tank nearby. And then it says that
Yeah.
you're just gonna go through, and I'm just like, okay. And then she goes, "Hey, remember to remember to lay real low because you're about to go into this party." And that's why it's so silly when you pull up. This party is just fucking happening there, and it's like, I don't know how we're supposed to be discreet. Like this is just so fucking
Yeah.
awkward.
You're the party
We're in a
bus.
giant 8 bust tram. It's like-
You're a
But
train.
my God,
You're a literal train.
You're a little
When they-
train, yeah.
when we started going and we were on the freeway, and I was just like, oh shit, we're in the movie. And it's like happening around you. So it's like Vin Diesel pulls up in his car. Michelle Rodriguez is over there. At one point, Vin Diesel's hanging from a rope in a helicopter. He's swinging around like while you're looking at the bus, I think. And I was just like, dude, this is as nuts as the fucking movies. This is the fucking best. And I was just having a good
It's very
ass
funny,
time
like,
over there.
they do kind of like, you don't have to have seen the movies to put this together, but they
Yeah.
do bring back villains from the movies, and they use like Luke Evans is there. It's just like, if you have seen it, it's kind of like a I don't know, 6.5, I guess, because I think he was the bad guy in 6. I don't know. They all kind
Oh.
of blend together for me.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Question down in front, Anthony of the
Yeah.
LORC podcast.
Serious question. Is Paul
Hmm.
Walker in it?
No, he died before this was filmed.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Well,
You
I mean, it didn't stop
only-
him from
to my
finishing the movie,
knowledge,
but
You only see
I think
like
they had
some of
old
the
footage.
And his brothers.
you only see some of the villains, right? You see The Rock, you see Vin
Yeah.
Diesel. He does say family. That he does say his line. It's there. He goes,
how many times?
because family. And I was just like, oh wow, he
Well, I
said
think
it.
at
He
least
said
3.
the word.
On Vin Diesel family, and then just leaves.
Yeah, he said, he said family. And then Michelle Rodriguez. This is like 4 of them, right? That's it.
Yeah, it's like only
3?
Tyrese, Michelle,
No
The Rock,
Ludacris?
Luke Evans. No,
No
This
Ludacris.
starts a lie. Fuck this.
They
Yeah.
couldn't afford him.
And then, but like, there's like the typical, hey, there's a broken bridge or ramp that we have to go off because we have nowhere to go and we're flying
And
in
we're
the
on a
air.
bus.
I lost my shit. It was
And
the
Bad
best.
Bunny's
I had a
just
great
blaring
time.
from the speakers.
I had a great time. It was real fun.
It sounds
good
like a
time.
fun time. I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah,
wait
I had a blast.
to see what that
I
is
can't
like.
wait till we go back. I was excited.
The shitty part, Steph, if you go with us
Uh.
in October for Halloween Horror Nights, they
It's
don't
not
run
gonna-
that tram.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
They drop us off to get scared. They don't want us to get scared by the sexual magnitude between the Rock and Diesel. Like they can't.
know
We
what,
can't
though?
handle that in the month of
The
October.
Yeah.
homoeroticism of it all.
So the thing
Mhm.
about the studio tour is when I was on there, I couldn't help but just remember what they use the places for when they do horror nights, because you do walk in the area with the broken down what is it, the War of the Worlds area with the airplanes and the houses and shit. Like you do walk through that in horror nights, or at least I
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
like
Yeah, I
the couple
remember
times
that.
I've gone. And then you do go down this really, really, really long tunnel where when we were on the tram, I was like, is this a tunnel we walked through? Because there's usually a tunnel that we've walked through where like music plays, it's really dark in there, and then there's just people who scare you there. And it was
Usually you get
before
off
whatever.
at the Psycho House.
Forget. I've gone twice. The only times I remember when I've gone, they used that. I remember they did. I don't know if they did this last time because you guys went to horror nights, but did they do the purge thing with the studio bus?
No,
No, there was no movie for them to do recently.
yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
did
Oh.
the Jordan Peele portion and in an original IP
Mm.
Oh,
portion.
gotcha. Yeah, no, because
Yeah,
one of the years.
they have for the first time ever, because Universal Studios Horror Nights in Florida, they rely heavy on. They have very few IP houses. They get more Halloween houses and creativity,
Yeah.
but they have their icons. So they
Yeah.
have 30 years of icons. LA might officially get their first icon next year. The rumor is, remember the clown last year, Anthony? We've seen him a couple times,
Yeah.
Cuddles.
Yeah,
Mhm.
A rumor is he actually might get his own house this year. If that's the
Oh.
case, we have our first official icon that has not been in Florida. And
Ooh.
Cuddles the clown is, creepy
Oh.
and fun.
Yeah, no,
Right
because one year, it was like back in like 2016, I think. We did the studio tour, and it drops you off, and it's the purge. Like it stops, and then it goes,
Yeah.
and then it goes, please, please get
They're
off,
like, "Save
please
yourself,
get off the
bitches."
bus. Yeah, please get off the bus, and then pretty much move forward. And then it's all these people with like baseball bats and ski masks,
Yeah.
and you just have to walk through them as they were like fucking taunting you and sliding across the ground. And that's another part that lives in my heart too. That moment that they did that, I was like,
The dichotomy of
fuck,
Steph.
this shit got real. And I loved it. I really appreciate things like that. It's real fun.
Soft cell shaded Super Mario Brothers and social commentary horror, The Purge.
Mm.
The two halves of Steph.
It was a real fun time. It was a real good trip. I'm real excited to go again, but I wish I could see more stuff. I think
Oh,
it was
good.
just like it was too early, and then it got real fucking hot in the afternoon.
Mm.
That like being the sun
Yeah, it was hot.
and being out, like being up, like all day, it took a toll. I was just like, and another thing, my like when we went to Harry Potter World, like we did that one area where you go to Ollivanders? Is that what it's called?
There's one.
And to do
yeah.
that magic show just to watch how that went. That was fun for what it was. I thought it was kind of cool to look in there. And then
They didn't pick you.
No, they didn't pick me. They picked someone else. Yeah, they did not pick me. But it was fun to watch that little thing. I didn't bother getting a wand because I said I would rather get this than the wand. Not only that, a lot of the places where people were trying to do the wand thing, it was not working. Like,
Oh, it works.
we're
You just
doing it
have to be
right.
vulgar. You have to be vulgar
Is
with it,
it?
like Anthony's doing.
Listen, I'm a practitioner of sex magics.
Mhm.
It is a very powerful form of magic. Don't be upset at my skill. I've been
Yeah.
practicing for a long time.
Oh, maybe that's why it worked because the lady was just like, "We're too tall to use this. It didn't work." And then I was just like, "I don't know." And then this child used it and it was fine. And she's like, "This doesn't work for tall people." And I
Is that
looked
why
at
it
her
works
and
for
I was like,
Anthony?
"Okay."
It's bullshit because I did it after Anthony did it, so I know it fucking works.
No, there was a lot that just wasn't working though. Like
Well,
they're
then
like,
they
"This is
were
what it's
doing it
supposed to
wrong.
do." Like
They were
I
they
saw,
weren't saying Wingardium Leviosa. They were saying Wingardium
like
Levioso.
I kept hearing them. They were like, you gotta aim it at the little circle." And then they just kept aiming it at the circle. It just wasn't doing their thing. Like the only thing that I visibly saw someone do was in the in that like I guess hallway. I don't think that's supposed to be what Diagon Alley is, but there's like this one area in the back after like one store, and there's
Is-
supposed to be these like there's like bubbling
She's
cauldrons.
for Harry Potter nerd. She's describing the creepy alley in.
Is that what it is? Okay, there's like an
Yes,
alley there.
it's the creepy alley. That's Anthony. It's where all the we walked through with all the fog last year. That I kept wanting to keep going through because I was
Oh.
excited.
Steph,
Yeah.
Okay.
was the alleyway kind of diagonal?
No. Did they have that there?
No, that's in Florida.
Oh, they okay. Yeah, I was like trying to find little things. Like I didn't even go in I didn't even look at the restaurant area. We just walked through the gift shops. And then they did their one little show where they have some dancers and stuff. I got to see that. I didn't ride any of the
Harry
rides
Potter
there.
dancers.
They
Yeah.
do the opening. They do the the presentation of these different schools from part
Oh.
4. So they have the
I
Durham
remember that.
Strong dancers, and they have
Yeah.
the French bitches.
Yes.
Do they also have
What are
the ball eaters walking around?
No. I don't know
No?
what the ball eaters are.
They're with the masks, with the kink masks
Yeah.
and the cloaks.
Death Eaters,
No.
you dimwit.
Dementors.
Oh, okay. The mentors.
Oh no, not in the sex magic community. That's not what we call them.
And they also do a show where they bring out the frogs and they do they sing with the frogs too.
Oh.
What now?
It's from part 3. It's okay that
Okay.
you don't know these things. I'm educating
you- Wait, can you explain? Okay, so there's 2 rides in Harry Potter, right? There's the one
Yes.
at the castle.
There's the Forbidden Journey, and then there's the really awesome unicorn Pegasus little roller coaster that fucking smacks, man.
Oh, okay, yeah, the lines were just
I'm
didn't
changing
do
it to
much.
what for me.
Yeah, we didn't do much rides, so I
No, that
definitely
little
wanna
roller
do
coaster is legit.
Universal. Okay. I want to
It's
do another
awesome.
Universal trip where I like actually like ride the rides because we didn't ride much rides. That's fine.
Well, you went for one thing. You weren't there for
Yeah,
Universal.
the
You were
main
there
thing
for
was
Mario.
was Mario.
Yeah.
And it was worth the
Anthony, you
Mario.
rode the Harry Potter ride last year. Did you enjoy it? Because I don't like it.
I
Which
did
one?
it once. That's enough.
Yeah, I did it once. I'm good.
I
Which
did
one
the one
specifically,
for
Leland? The castle one?
the
Are you
one
guys
Yeah,
for
the
talking
adults.
castle
Yeah.
one? Okay.
Yeah, I did it one time. I don't need to do it again. I think it was maybe a more impressive ride like 10 years ago when it first came out. I don't think it necessarily holds up as well. There is no Harry Potter magic in my heart, so I don't know if that is supposed to fill the
Cool.
gaps. But
That's just a ride.
yeah, it's just
Okay.
but like as a ride, it's a little uncomfortable.
Is it?
Oh, it's fucking terrible.
Wait, what
Yeah,
is
like-
it? Like,
So you are set in a row of like 6,
4.
like 4 like
okay.
seats, 4 like
Okay.
wooden seats. You have little half partitions, as if you
Okay.
are like almost like a pew if
Mm,
a pew had high
Okay.
backs.
yeah.
Okay, I can imagine that. Yeah.
And that box of 4 seats is at the end of an arm. And the arm
Okay.
just kind of flies you around and twists you around and stuff. But it's not very smooth.
Oh, it's
And
rough?
you get kind of like
Tossed?
thrown around a bit.
You
Yeah,
get
you get tossed
jostled?
around a bit. Yeah, it's a little harder than like a ride for like human beings should be.
that like
before.
a ride at the Del Mar Fair? Like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's kind
imagining
of Del Mar
something,
Fair level.
but I'm not
That's
sure.
not
'cause
good.
those rides are insane.
It's
No.
okay. It's not as bad as the Del Mar Fair ride, but it is not. It's not comfortable. I rode it the one
Yeah.
time. My biggest problem with it is that like you're going along like this, and the Whomping Willow at one point hits you, and you go flying back, and you turn like 360 and come back up. So if you have any kind of motion sickness or get dizzy, this is not the ride for
Yeah.
you.
Scott was asking because he's got neck issues, right?
Yeah.
Back, but yeah,
back.
Scott
Let's
could
say
not
crack.
do that ride. No.
Oh shit. I need to watch a video so I can like
Yeah,
visibly see what.
Watch a video, but like after
He's got
riding the
legitimate
ride,
problems.
after riding the ride,
Oh.
I'm like, oh yeah, if you've got anything back there going on that is
Oh,
not
no,
100%, it very well could ruin the rest of your day.
What's
Jeez.
what's strapping you in, or you just kind of like?
Just
a
a
bar,
regular
right?
kind of like harness, I think.
Yeah, the
Oh,
pull
you
down
just got that
harness.
Yeah, like a
setting?
pull down
Okay.
harness. But like, I'm like, I am this size. I am
Yeah.
average-ish
Yeah.
size, and my head is still kind of bouncing off the sides of this harness. Not hard,
So it's
but
very
tapping enough.
like Viper.
Weak neck.
Mm.
Jordan, known
But-
for his strong neck.
Mm.
But Steph,
Yeah.
the little kiddie roller coaster ride that me and Scott went on, because he was
Uh-huh.
like, I don't know if I want to go on a ride. Will it hurt my back? I was like, no. This is the smoothest roller coaster you've ever been on. And when we got down, the seats are so good, it like molds to your back. Like it just it was just like, oh, this
Which
is
ride
like
was
a
that
legit.
one?
It's the little
The other one?
Pegasus
The other one.
ride.
Okay,
The
the
other
other one
one.
to the right. Okay, that
yeah.
one looked fun. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
it's
Friendship with
literally
Magic ride.
It's 30 seconds, but it's a great 30 seconds.
Okay. Because I remember you mentioned the ride was kind of like a Harry Potter ride was wild. So when I got to the spot that I saw there was two different rides, I was looking at that one and then I was looking at the building and I was like, I think Leland was talking about that one. And no. So now I'm realizing you really enjoyed that ride. So I'll have to try that out too.
It's
Ooh.
fun. I wouldn't
Yeah.
wait more than 10 minutes though,
Okay.
because it's a kid's ride.
That's fine.
Like at the end of the day, it's not for us. I mean, but it's
That's
fun.
fine. The angrier Jordan gets, the stronger his neck. Nothing else.
All right.
Apart
I
from
think
that-
I think I got the best experience I could out of Harry Potter Land for the level of interest I have for it. Seeing it
Yeah.
at Halloween, I kind
Yeah.
of don't want to go back in the daytime.
Fair enough.
Oh,
I kind of feel like this is as good as it was ever going to get for me.
Yeah.
I think it was. I guess I imagine it. It was a lot smaller than I thought it would be, but maybe just because it was just that little area.
It's
that
not
I
very
saw.
large. It is
Yeah.
not very large.
I mean-
how big do you feel Super Mario Brothers World was?
Mm,
Does it feel small? Does it feel adequate?
I mean, it is. It is a small area, but maybe just because everything was just spaced out a better way, that it just seemed bigger.
Well,
Mhm.
But
also
I
you were
don't
there
know.
when there wasn't like 1,000
Yeah,
people trying
1,000
to fit in a
people
very
either.
small space.
Also,
Yeah.
Anthony
They-
and
their
Steph's
pers-
drink.
Oh.
Um,
Thank you.
Anthony, their perspective on that is good.
Mm.
Like Shane was walking me, he goes, you don't know how small it is because they really make the perspective work for
That's
that
cool.
land
Oh.
on
For
the
which, for
levels.
Mario? Or no?
He's just
Okay.
like, it looks bigger than what it probably really is.
I'm glad that that's becoming
Yeah.
like a consideration for the design of this
Yeah.
stuff. Like Batu is commented to be the same. It's like you don't know you're in Disney when you're in Batu.
Huh, that's
Mm.
They've
yeah.
already they're already started working on the second ride for phase 2, which will be the Donkey Kong Jr. ride, apparently.
Donkey Kong
Oh,
Jr.
So-
ride. So you can learn math.
Yeah.
that's cool.
No, doesn't he like crawl
I-
up? Look, I've seen some sketches online. They're developing a roller coaster that has 2 tracks under it and on top of it. So when you're riding, it'll look like the track is jumping like
Oh, that's
Donkey
cool.
Kong would, but you're actually being supported by the bottom track.
Oh, that's cool.
Does-
I
Hopefully
think
that-
that's
the-
pretty fun.
Does the cart move by the speed of the bongos that you hit?
Yes. It's just
Good.
like the Flintstone ride they're going to build where we all just run.
Oh, that's real fun. I
Which
wonder who'll be
sounds
the
awful.
fastest.
Not with me in the car. I was gonna pick up a feet.
I
Fuck
just
this, I ain't running.
imagine like
I
there's
paid
just a single
$75 to
truck that goes
150 a ticket. I
around,
ain't running.
and then it just gives arm bars, and then everyone just gets in, and then you just run and push this thing. Oh, that sounds fun. I'm literally gonna watch these videos because I need an understanding. Like the Mummy, when I went to the Mummy back then, they had like a maze that you kind of walked through, and then I think you walked through a bridge, and then I don't remember the ride after that. I don't even know if it was a ride or if it was just the Mummy walkthrough.
She blacked out.
Too scary.
Okay, from what it sounds, no, that wouldn't have been there. Never mind. Carry on.
Yeah, I just remember I was so scared to walk through that I huddled in the person in front of me's backpack, and I just looked at the ground the whole maze in.
No.
So you didn't
Scary
see
things weren't my jam back then.
Okay, so you're talking about. Okay, you're
This is
combining two
2002.
things. So there's the Mummy the ride, which is
Yeah.
downstairs, but they used to have a House of Horrors walkthrough that you walked
Yes.
over a bridge that had a mummy in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah.
Yeah, they got rid of that thing and replaced it with
Just the
something. I
ride.
don't remember what. Anthony's
I'm
leaving
gonna
and
have to
he's
look
going to
up
say
the
something
ride.
snazzy. What's up, Sam?
What happened?
Nothing. Just
Oh,
leaning
okay.
forward.
Oh, because when you lean forward is when you're usually like, hey guys.
No,
okay,
that's when I
do
get
you-
up here.
Do
That's
you know
when
what
I
the
have
fuck
something
she's
to say.
talking about? Like,
They-
Steph, do you have anything else to continue, or would you like to move on to question 69 today?
Oh, we can move to question 69.
Nice.
That's fine.
Nice.
They didn't have the that studio, the sounds or not the sound studio or yeah. They had the sound effects studio before. I remember seeing that show. Do they just not do that anymore?
Oh, the Foley show?
The special effects and sound. Yeah, they got rid of all that. Yeah.
Oh, that was so cool.
They sometimes will do the special effects show in the big auditorium stage area, but rumor is they're going to knock that shit down next year and replace it with a Fast and the Furious roller coaster.
God damn it.
Oh, are we in
Yeah.
cool cars
Probably.
or a
Because
helicopter?
the
I'm
big-
down.
The big rumor is that Universal's going to lose the license to Simpsons Land in a couple years because Disney bought it.
Oh.
Oh.
So unless Disney allows them to re-up
Oh.
it, there will have to rebuild that whole land into a
That
different
area?
area. And the rumor is it might be a
Oh.
Fast and Furious area. The big rumor is that they might do a Universal Monsters area because they're building one in Florida.
That'd be a
but-
much smarter idea.
I agree, but
But they are doing
Who
that
knows?
off-site
Universal has-
Universal horror thing.
well, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, like this might be like a truncated version of it, but like the problem is Universal makes very poor decisions on a lot of things.
Yeah, doubling down on Fast and Furious would be the dumbest thing possible.
Oh, Scott,
Yeah.
the Island of Adventure is Marvel Comics, not MCU, and that's where the line is drawn on that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weird.
I wish they had that sound effect thing. That thing
I
was
mean, but
cool.
it's completely different though. Different costumes, different characters.
Disney
different
still
stuff.
owns them both.
Not in this instant. It's a weird stipulation.
has to
When I worked down there, it was like they signed like some 100-year contract.
Wow.
But also it's very funny, and who knows if that's true.
Marvel
But
was
it's
going
ve-
bankrupt.
Yeah, they were going bankrupt. But the real funny thing is they're all stuck. The characters that walk around or that are on pictures everywhere are stuck in the late 90s costumes
Mhm.
still to this day. And you're like, Storm ain't wore that outfit. Like that's like 10 outfits now.
Great. It's a time
Yeah.
capsule of comic books.
It's a time capsule of Marvel Comics of the late 90s, early 2000s.
of
Okay, number 69. Corm wants 69 as usual, and this is
Nice.
the question that she's going to get.
Mhm.
What is one concept you cannot understand no matter how hard you try?
Oh, there's a ton of these. Why am I blanking? Hold on.
I have
Um,
one,
Yeah.
and Anthony will know this really. Still can't understand sneak attack in D&D as a rogue. Still can't do it.
Yeah, I don't understand how that
You've
is
explained
difficult
it
for you still.
so many times. I'm like, nope, still don't get it.
Wait, Anthony, explain it. Let's see if me and
Okay.
Seth can understand. Maybe we can help.
So with the rogue class, you have the
Yes.
sneak
Okay.
attack ability, which is just more damage when you hit. You
Okay.
can hit only a handful of opportunities. When you have advantage, for whatever reason,
Mhm.
several reasons, you know when you have advantage. Or when an ally is next to that target that you're hitting, whether you are ranged or up close, that's it. Those are the circumstances. Advantage for whatever reason, and the game says you have advantage because of this spell, because of this condition, because of whatever.
Yeah.
You have advantage, or someone is next to them. That's it.
Yeah.
Is when you
yeah.
could do a sneak attack.
Yeah, is when you can
Yeah.
add your sneak attack damage to your attack.
So as long as an ally is next to me,
Is next
or
to
what's
your
the
target.
or is next to my target, and what's the other option? If I
Or
If
have
you have
advantage.
advantage on the attack.
Yeah.
And
You
that can
say
come
it
from a
now.
lot of different places.
Look, it makes sense when you say it, but when I go to do it, nah. Nah.
When you have advantage.
And I'm okay with this because I never play
We all-
rogues. So
We all have our strong
good.
suits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to play a druid.
Like to me, it just sounds like
yeah, it's a shame.
whenever you're hidden, then you can get a sneak attack because you have that advantage at that point. Like
Yeah.
then someone's next to them, they're
Flanking
focused on the person
or
next to them,
yeah.
so they don't see you coming and stab them behind.
if,
Like
you, if you're hidden and you're attacking, you have advantage because you're hidden.
yeah.
Yeah. This has been a 10-year ordeal since Leland started playing when 5e came out.
It's wild. You see a lot of emotions go through Anthony's face. But
Mostly
I
just
just can't get it.
frustration.
I'm not trying to frustrate you. It's not my goal.
No.
I know you're
course
not.
not.
I know you're not.
All right,
I'm
Jordan,
trying
you
to-
had an answer look like boiling over there.
I don't want to get political is the problem.
Oh, we'll keep it to
Oh.
fun.
That's
I
fine.
mean,
we don't have
that-
to.
Just people are
We-
dumb.
We
Let's
can
just say
imagine
that.
how like those things are real stupid and no one understands except for those fucking
I
idiots.
guess like you could just say the one phrase that we said like the other day when we had a conversation when it was just like no, we shouldn't have guns because guns are dangerous. And it's like, but anything could become a weapon. So what are we gonna take away? Knives too? Like that was the concept that we were talking about the other day.
But look, you can be pro gun like your boy and still be pro regulation like your boy. That it's like
It's a very simple thing that people don't seem to understand.
it's
They're extremes.
the
You
one
have to-
issue in
you can get
America
extremes.
where we're just like,
Yeah.
let's just add more to it. It's like if you
Yeah,
have
that's the
cancer,
concept
you
I
don't
don't
cure it by adding more cancer. That's
Yeah, that's
not how
true.
it works.
Yeah.
But
You ain't wrong.
I know there's a bunch. I just can't think of them.
Okay, here's one for me. Cringe humor. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I
Give me an
I
example.
understand.
like purposely cringe.
Yeah, purposefully like cringe. Like
Mm.
like we were talking couple weeks ago about Napoleon Dynamite
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah.
Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
I think those are like kind of early, you know, genre kind of like cringe humor where it is
Yeah.
played very dry. The main characters are not competent.
Mm.
Their inadequacy is supposed to be the thing that like you laugh at, not even the thing you like them for, like being endearing, but you laugh because they are, to me it feels like you're laughing because they are I don't want to say inadequate in some way, but
Yeah.
like because they're dumb or just because they do something different that is not socially norm, stuff like that. I don't understand. And it's kind of evolved through the internet of I don't know, like this type of very short burst humor
Yeah.
that the only thing that seems to be like the intent of it being funny is that everybody, even the viewer, did not necessarily like enjoy what they watched.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is am I kind of
Mm.
like describing it kind of accurately?
It's like a weird, not necessarily like a Schadenfreude thing where you're seeing someone get injured and like, oh, that brings me joy. Like, it's funny seeing someone get. It's like
Yeah.
it's like you're seeing someone try too hard to do something.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're trying to be funny by being purposely
Stupid.
over the top.
Dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
not even like in the way of like a character, like an SNL character
yeah,
who tries too hard, but that is like a feature of the character. That is kind of their thing.
yeah.
Oh.
It is played too, I don't know, too real.
It's like the American take on British dry humor because it doesn't work. It doesn't
Yeah,
work.
I could see
No.
that kind of being a fair explanation. I don't know. Sometimes it feels even mean spirited to the point of like being a parody of people who
Yeah.
like can't defend themselves,
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
and I'm not a fan of it, and I just I can't even see the gears to how that is
I don't
supposed
like it.
to like be good. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
I don't think
there's
it's
things
funny.
I don't. Yeah, there's things I don't like, but I understand how it works.
It-
That
it's
is not a thing I understand how it
it's
works.
I feel like it's more along the spectrum of dark humor, where it's just like
Yeah, I think it hides under that umbrella.
yeah, but it's just like you have to be a certain kind of person. Like a lot of
I think you
times,
have to be a certain age.
yeah, because
Yes.
because
yeah.
it tends to be just straight surface level, nothing else to it. It's just
Yeah,
it's just oh look how I guess dumb that is, like but
Oh.
there's nothing to it aside for the
Mhm.
thing.
like
Which,
an
yeah.
evolution of fail videos when it stopped being a natural occurrence and you started forcing it.
Yeah, yeah. Like all the videos that you see on Instagram with people just acting, like, oh,
Yeah.
how could you erase my character in 2K? This destroys my life. It's just like, okay,
And then they like break something that was clearly meant to be broken.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
or,
that's another thing that kind of annoys me. Like these videos of like hidden camera scenarios that are clearly staged.
yeah, because they're all staged.
Oh.
They're all it's like,
Wait,
why
wait.
is a camera out? Like
Wait,
number one.
the
Oh, then that's
Instagram
what
and
I
the internet
can't
has
stand.
fake things?
Mhm.
But
I
here's the
can't
thing.
I'm shocked.
stand. Oh, is that
Just
what you were
something.
doing this
The
whole
wor-
time? I was just like, is Leland just concentrating on drawing or something? And then I was like, or he's like
Nope.
looking something up.
Putting
Now I know you've
small
just been
hands
putting
on
those
each of his
your
fingers.
I love it though. It's great.
Oh, don't think you're not getting all. You guys are getting these. I'm sending these out. So.
Oh,
yeah.
perfect.
But
Every,
like
every now and then, when we want to say something, you just got this little
Jordan
hand that
would like the
makes its
tentacle
way
ones.
up.
yes.
I'll be this annoying
Well, I
kid
didn't-
who like
I
always
didn't
has
buy
their hand
those.
up. Just
Well,
But-
I can get them through my brother-in-law, so I got
Yes, you
everyone
can.
covered.
I'm gonna send them out so everybody, anytime anyone has a question, goes question.
But yeah, like staged internet
Right.
videos, they're like the new radio prank of today's age. You know, like it's like every single War of the Roses episode. Like that shit has always been fake. But
Yeah.
yeah.
but people like listening to it because oh my god, it's so silly because how can you be that dumb? No one is actually that dumb, but actually people are that dumb.
Yeah, actually, some
Some
people are
people
that
are
dumb.
that
Some
dumb.
people
Yeah.
can be that dumb.
But you
But, like,
can't
some of
you
these
can't
stories,
film them enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you cannot have a consistent weekly show of catching someone who is
Yeah.
equally dumb as the person last week.
Yeah.
Or an
no.
internet level of content.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't stand well, actually, it's what you don't understand, right?
You just
But you
don't
can't-
get it. You don't get
you
the
don't
appeal
get
of
it?
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's a good example,
Or,
but I can't
or maybe a
stand.
context that you just or something you just don't understand how it works. Like
Oh.
algebra.
Well, I mean, Scott
Um,
said Jack Black and Will Ferrell.
Oh.
Just doesn't
I
understand Jack
am
Black or Will
for-
Ferrell.
I am for Jack Black in general. Will Ferrell I can only do in like small doses.
It really
Alligator
it really depends on the role for Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Talladega Nights is the only movie that he is like the main character and that I actually like.
For me, it's Step Brothers.
Oh, Step Brothers. I don't mind him in Step Brothers.
I don't like Anchorman.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I really
I
don't
like Will
Anchorman
Ferrell
too.
in. Oh God, remember we were so angry.
Oh, I wrote such an
Um,
angry review of Anchorman too.
Oh yeah, that movie
Oh.
fucking sucks. The only Will Ferrell movie I own, I probably own a few that I don't remember right now, but I know one that I own, and I do think is his best role because it's not starring him. I think his portrayal in Zoolander is one of the greatest performances on the planet. His
Mugatu.
That's good.
Mugatu.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's it
Supporting.
though.
Yeah.
That's it.
Supporting character.
Mr.
But
Yeah.
he's
what
like,
was his name? Mr.
but he's like doing
Mugatu.
but he's doing
Mr.
like
Mugatu.
he's doing just a Roger imitation from American Dad, and that hits on a lot of cylinders for me. So I'm just kind of like, all right, cool. The only movie I think I like Jack Black in is fuck, Jumanji 1.
That's
I
Shallow
think
Hal.
honestly, Jack Black should have been fucking nominated for Best Actor to portray a 16-year-old girl because he was the best part of that fucking movie for me in that thing. Like,
He
I was
was
just
really
like, no,
good,
man,
yeah.
he's embodying that 16-year-old girl. He was actually very good in that. I don't think he's funny. When he pops up in things, I'm not miserable, but I don't need him in them. But when Will Ferrell pops up in things, I go, cool. I think me and Scott were having this discussion the other day. I think Will Ferrell's style of humor is outdated and old now, and it does not work. The keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going until
Play
you're
it
just
out
like,
until it
oh, I
comes
guess
back
it's gonna
around.
get. You're like, is it gonna get funny? And it never does for me personally. Some people
Yeah.
do great. I'm glad they enjoy it, but I think his style of humor is very outdated these days. Like, did you see the trailer for his dog movie coming out?
Nope.
Oh, forgot he was doing
Strays.
something.
Oh, Stray.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
I think
it
I'll
was just like, and I
watch
watched
it.
it just like, this movie would be funny if it was anybody else in those two lead roles. I was like, all right, you know. I
I
mean,
feel like
Jamie
I'd watch
Foxx, we haven't seen Jamie Foxx be funny in quite a while. Like, once Ray happened, he kind of stopped with the comedies and kind of did more of the action drama stuff. So we haven't seen him be straight up like living color funny in quite a while. Not that I don't think he can still be funny. I'm just saying, like, as a general thing, we haven't really seen him be funny in quite a
Yeah.
while. He's a funny dude in interviews,
Yeah.
and I really appreciate him as an actor. But like, once he won that Oscar, like, the funny shit stopped coming his way.
True.
Because he's a serious actor now.
Yeah, and that's great. But like, you were very funny.
He was doing some
Be
clown
funny.
shoes bullshit though.
Yes, but that whole show is clown shoes, though. I mean, like, it living color and all that. That's stuff.
When are we getting the Wanda movie?
I don't know what you're
Like
talking about.
Like Wanda Sykes?
Maximoff?
I don't know.
Oh,
like, there's so
Wanda,
many-
his character from In Living Color.
Oh,
That's an old reference that only me and Anthony could remember, and we had to kick it into high gear to remember that.
Well, apparently Jordan remembered too.
Sure. Do you?
No, but I
No.
recognize
Yep, I knew it.
He acted,
that
he acted
show.
like he did.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think he knows it though. Steph's looking it up.
No, I was looking up concepts because I'm just like, I can't really think of.
In general, just Googling concepts.
Concepts you don't understand, like difficult to understand concepts.
Steph, can you parallel park?
I
Time
can,
travel.
but sometimes it depends on how much space I have, and if I'm confident.
I'm
at
just
that
trying
moment.
to think of a difficult concept that generalized people have a problem with.
Yeah, that's what I was
Parallel
trying to
parking,
look up.
Equality.
Oh,
Like-
come on now. We're trying to have fun tonight. I mean, Jordan
I
already
mean, I
brought up
found a
gun control.
BuzzFeed article that just says 24 things most people pretend to understand but don't.
You know what?
So,
Let's do this.
example, modern
Yeah.
art. Like, this is
Yeah,
modern
Modern
or you
art
don't.
is wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get it or you don't.
Yeah.
It is as
Bitcoins?
important as you put into it.
It's like that video I sent you all. It's a scam.
It's as
It's all
important
a
as you,
scam.
yeah, it's straight up as important as you think it is. It is. That's
Yep.
it. Like,
Well, that's all art.
yeah. Well, some art is undisputedly good art.
Sure.
I mean, do you think the statue of David is a scam? I mean,
no,
Florida does.
but it's only as valuable as people put value into it.
That's just what Jordan said.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, but
I
he's
was
white, so it sounds
repeating.
better.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Now people are listening.
Bitcoins.
Bitcoin, it's digital currency. Next.
Is it though?
It is. That's straight up what it is.
New
Representing
Yorker
what?
cartoons.
New Yorker
Some of them
cartoons?
are funny.
Bitcoin
Yeah.
represents fictional money that doesn't exist yet.
Yes.
Steph, what's the next one?
New
The
Yorker
actual...
cartoons.
Oh, New
Oh.
Yorker cartoons.
I mean, if you're really clued in on world affairs or just popular culture, then yes, you will understand what the New
I know,
Yorker
make it-
comic is
okay.
talking about.
It's like Far Side. If you get the joke, it's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
Number 4, the actual meaning of the word irony.
Well, I mean,
I think
Alanis
you just-
Morissette did fuck up a whole generation.
You're just dumb if you don't understand irony.
Yeah.
Number 5,
That's
fine
ironic.
wines.
Wait, sorry, what's that?
Wines?
Fine wines,
Wines.
like
People
Yes, I
who
believe
go
I'm
on and
getting
on
an
about fine
oaky-
wines.
I have an oaky hint of alcohol is what the
Yeah.
the example
the-
was.
Fine oak finish.
I smell chocolate and cherry blossoms from 1972.
Look,
Bitch.
not,
No, you don't. You smell
1981.
grapes.
not,
You
not
smell
everyone,
alcohol.
Not everyone's a sommelier who could piece out like every individual
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't-
scent and flavor from
Most
wine.
people are faking it.
s-
is what
same-
the
This
article
has
Oh,
a
yeah, no,
hint
it's
of
true.
vanilla. Yeah, because you got vanilla ice cream.
If
Oh,
if,
shit.
if you're
It's like
not
one
a
of those moments
sommelier,
for
you
me.
don't actually understand.
No,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
yeah. All right. Continue with the list, Steph.
Fantasy sports.
No, I think fantasy sports is
I
pretty
think-
straightforward.
Yeah, I think those people understand it.
Yeah.
You're either for it or
Those
you're not. And the
people.
people who are for it, I
This
think,
was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
generally
By
understand.
fantasy
Fan-
sports, I mean
fantasy
like fantasy
sports-
football, right?
Yes.
Which-
yes.
Yes.
And let me understand if I
And
got this
Quidditch.
concept right, because to my knowledge, you make a dream team, right? You make your own dream team,
Yeah.
Yes.
and then depending on who's like, you watch an actual football game,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and then if your character is on your team,
Yes. If a player
whatever they do
yeah.
is like how your team works.
You look up
Yes.
you found that person's stats. So say you have the quarterback on your fantasy team, right? So
Yeah.
you would be paying attention to what your quarterback did, like how far the passes were, like his stats for that game,
Oh,
and that
yeah.
would
How do you even
that
pick your
either-
characters?
like
what
There's a
if-
lot of math in it.
Oh,
there's a-
okay.
yeah, and it
I was like,
depends
what
on
if
your-
your
it depends on your
dude
league
is
and all these
benched the
things.
whole time?
then you're
So do
you're
you just
fucked. No,
not get
you are
points?
fucked.
Yeah,
you are
you
fucked.
get nothing.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
if your
dude
guy
just
gets
doesn't get-
injured,
Oh,
Look,
okay.
you got to
fantasy-
get rid of him. You gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta trade him off
Got
the
it.
team.
Okay. Okay.
Fantasy sports is D&D for sports people. That's all it is. That's
Yeah.
I'll
literally
be
all it
honest,
is.
This last minute of you guys telling her what that is was the most excruciating minute of my entire life right now.
Oh,
I have
figuring
no
out how-
fucks to give about a sports ball so much
that's true.
that hearing you talk about fake sports ball, I was like, oh fuck.
and this is what it's like for sports people who don't care about D&D and fantasy shit.
No,
it's
and I
exactly
totally understand.
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
no, and I totally get it. But it was the fact that you guys started. I was just like, oh, that's what it is. Oh, I hate it even more now.
If
Oh.
only we could break down these barriers between us and just accept that we both like things.
Everyone's a nerd.
I mean, I accept we both like things. I just don't have to care about it. They're
Mm.
more entitled to go out there and do their thing, and then
Yeah.
be mean to all the
Scott.
nerds they beat along the way.
Yeah, I
Scott
saw
says
that.
I was in fantasy basketball leagues for 20 years.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Not a thing
it's
I,
for stats
I
nerds. Yeah.
expected.
It's all statistics. That's like
Oh.
Yeah.
Number 7 is artsy movies.
Mm,
I mean, I've enjoyed
that's same as
some.
art, but yeah.
it depends on each person and how you interpret things. Like
Like, I watched that one silent movie.
Silent movie?
Yeah, I guess that's the one.
No, The Artist.
the artist, yeah.
Yeah.
I-
There's
I
a movie
watched.
called
I know
Silent
I
Movie.
watched a silent movie. I remember I rented it, and yeah, it was silent and it was fine. 8 is investing. I mean, I
Again-
understand why you do it.
Again, investing is another thing, like stock markets, cryptocurrency, nerd shit. That's what it is.
think conceptually I understand it. I just don't understand it enough. I'm not educated enough to know how to do it with any kind of proficiency.
Yeah, because it's all about being able to be at least familiar with how well a business is doing, a stock is doing,
Yeah.
and then you have to make you have to make the bet: is that going to be better tomorrow or worse? Like, and that's
Yeah.
basically what it is.
I find it's kind of terrible that this is like as well because this whole list was 24 things most people pretend to understand, but don't. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Okay. So like Buddhism is on here. I guess
It's a
people don't
religion.
understand the concept. Yeah, I was like, it's a religion. I don't understand.
the people that don't
Why-
understand it
it's just a
aren't
religion.
Buddhists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The actual details of Buddhism. Also, there's a lot of different versions of Buddhism, like there are for
Yeah.
Christianity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
People don't understand Obamacare,
also
Yes.
how
true.
that works.
That's
Like
I
very
mean,
free
true.
healthcare.
that's yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite.
Trendy new music genres, which I understand. Music's changed a lot since like newer rap is like it all depends, but I still prefer listening to my old shit, I guess.
Sure. I don't
It's
think
something
that's a
that I
thing
do.
that people like don't understand. I think that's a thing that people don't like try to understand.
Yep, I agree.
Oh, sure. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Again,
People don't understand.
we could use an example within this podcast. I remember a long time ago, Anthony said every time a new Gorillaz album comes out, he doesn't like it, and then months later, listens to it again. All right, yeah, I fucks with this because it's they change their style every single album, so it's either you go with the flow and you just listen to it for what it is, or you're just like, oh, this isn't what I was expecting from them, so it's again, it's all subjective.
Hmm.
I'll just buzz through these.
Yeah. Let's tear through 'em.
Computer viruses, super PACs. I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's political stuff.
Political thing.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, got it.
Or
How
college thing?
cars work? That's me.
What?
How cars
How
work?
cars work.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Mm, I don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't know.
Doing taxes.
Ooh, shit! I gotta do my taxes.
Yeah, doing
I did mine
Y'all.
last weekend.
Come on,
yeah,
dude.
doing taxes is like a thing.
Thanks,
Uh,
Corm.
I guess
Yeah.
I guess people don't understand beer.
It's like
Oh,
the wine
beer
thing.
snobs pretending. Yeah,
Yeah,
same as
beer
wine.
snob. It's the same as the sommeliers. Like,
Yeah,
Oh.
it's
Oh,
an
got it.
IPA. I draw the line. I'm not. I don't
Oh
like
yes,
IPAs.
the example says if I keep talking about the hops and the barley, maybe no one will realize how drunk I am. There's a few hints of barley in here.
Oh, you can really taste
I
how
like
aged
it
that
for the
barley is. Yeah,
hops.
yeah. Oh, the hops
Real
are
I
really
d-
in season. Like,
I don't know what this is, and I don't want to say it because I don't know if it's bad. FRACKING.
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 Yeah, what is that?
That's drilling for
Drilling
oil.
for oil.
That's
Got
the,
it.
That's
Is
a
that what it's
specific
called?
word for drilling for oil. Yeah.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Number 18 is Monsanto. Do you know what that is? I don't.
That was
It's like some Illuminati shit.
That
I don't
sounds
know.
political.
That is the thing I don't know. It's like some super like conglomerate, right?
yeah.
Sounds like a
Oh,
sandwich.
okay.
Sounds like a sandwich.
I only know it as like a reference to like conspiracy shit.
Got it.
Oh,
19.
like lizard people.
19. Bioshock
Monsanto does
Infinite.
bioengineering.
Okay.
Wait, Steph, what?
Oh. Number 19.
You say
Bioshock
Bioshock?
Infinite. Yeah.
What?
Like someone
It is
said
not
it's,
that
It's
hard to
not hard to
understand.
get.
someone said it's like Super Mario Bros, but bigger.
What?
No,
What?
I don't know
that's
why
not
they-
true.
no,
I don't
your
know why they
princess is
would
with you the
relate
entire
those two. I
time.
feel like they're completely
we-
different.
Like, could I?
It sounds like someone who didn't pay attention at all.
Yeah, they really do spell it out for you.
They
Several
really
points in the
do.
game.
Someone's trying to have a hot take.
Yeah.
There's 5 more.
Okay.
Sigmund Freud.
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 Sigmund Freud.
Sigmund
What's
Freud.
that? What's
He's
that?
a
Very
pioneer of
famous
psychotherapy.
therapist.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
it. 21. Higgs boson.
Oh, the Higgs
That's
boson.
the
is
the-
Hadron
the-
Collider.
Yeah, the particle.
Yeah.
The particle accelerator.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mhm.
22, CrossFit.
You know what? I have heard mixed if it's actually good for you versus not good for you. So I appreciate they put that on there.
Someone put
It's-
example.
yeah.
Oh, that's the cult where everyone jumps around and throws medicine balls at each other, right?
CrossFit
Yeah.
is literally anything you want it to be.
It is,
True.
isn't it?
Flip tire CrossFit.
Yeah. you do pull-ups by doing that weird body roll shit. Like, all right, CrossFit.
23 is the economy, which just says the economy.
Yep.
A lot of people don't
Valid.
understand it, pretend like they do.
It's true.
24, how the internet works.
Also true.
A lot of people pretend to understand it.
And
Well,
they
maybe that's a
don't really.
concept
and they
or,
talk about
or
on the
saying
internet.
that I find annoying. Like
The
the break
cloud.
the internet. Like so and so broke the internet.
No one broke the internet.
Oh, it's not. It's like nearly impossible to do anymore.
Yeah, everyone's just like, oh,
Back
they
when
broke
when the internet was small conceptually, like comparatively, like yeah, something could take over the internet, but
I
not
took it
anymore.
in
The
literal
internet's too
terms.
big.
Like,
Look, it took me
like your
5 hours
cord
to
was
download the
bad.
episode 1 trailer in 1998. I understand that concept. It's like-
I think it took me 19 hours to download Gunbound on dial-up, and that was
Jesus
a long
Christ.
time. Nobody called. Because I took up the phone line.
Gunbound was this old
Thank
game
you.
that we played as kids. It's like Worms, but you're in little tanks, and you control
They're
these
so
little
cute.
these little anime people.
It has little
Aw,
chimey
I
music.
think that game's on my phone now.
Yeah.
I fucking love worms.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a fun one.
okay.
Like Gunbound was just online Worms, so you just play against random people or friends. It's a good time.
All right, Steph, last one.
Yeah. Oh no! Apparently there was 24. Unless I have to go to another. Oh no, it was just 24. It was just 24.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it. We're done.
Okay.
Right
Yeah,
on.
I'm gonna use that as my answer because I have no clue how to answer anything except break the internet. I think that's dumb.
You know what? Mine
you
is
did
just
it, Steph.
politics. Can't wrap my head around it. Can't do it. Don't
That's
want
fair.
to. Honestly.
Yeah.
Or
bullshit.
single-minded people, I
It ma-
guess
it
that
makes-
bugs me. How
makes
do you
me
just
really
have
mad.
one way of thinking? You
Yeah.
with
It's-
no with
this
no
week was real
openness
annoying, wasn't it?
to the
Yeah.
to the concept that
Yeah.
other people can have views too.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Bigotry.
pretty much it. Yeah,
Don't
real
get
weird.
it. Don't understand the point of it.
Yeah.
Fair.
So, if you
Woo!
enjoyed this ridiculous conversation, please be following us on all our social medias. We're on the Facebook, the Instagram, and the Twitter. You can find us by searching for the League of Ridiculous Conversations or at LORC Podcast. That is, in fact, we are a podcast. Most of the time, you can find our episodes on the podcast places. End of statement. If you would like to add to the list of ridiculousness where we got this topic and there are 174 others, you can send whatever crazy ideas of conversational topics, the kind you get when you're high as balls or late night at a Denny's, send them to us via email at lorcpodcast@gmail.com. If you have missed us live here on Twitch, you can catch up with our other shenanigans. We are at twitch.tv/LORC podcast. And we are live every Tuesday for the podcast here, Thursday for Co-op Thursday with Jordan and Steph, and Sunday for Community Day, where we get together with the members of our Discord community and play large multiplayer games that are cross-platform, free to low cost, and we just hang out and have a good time. Again,
Great
we
time.
are twitch.tv/LORC podcast, and we are always live around 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Jordan,
Yes,
you're
sir.
also live on the internet.
I sure am. You can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear and on twitch.tv/Jordan is a Bear, where I am continuing my playthrough of Resident Evil 4 Remake. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully I finish it this week because the second Jedi Survivor comes out. Oh, baby. That's what we doing. Could be in a galaxy far, far away, know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Blue milk.
Delicious blue milk. Yeah, if you're into that, come and join me on Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If not, it's all good. Enjoy your Friday night. Steph, where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at Stephnoids. That's STEPHUHNOIDS. I post shit. Leland. Where can people find
You can find me on the internet at Leland Pierce Art or Pineapple Pierce, both on Instagram. The art has started again, so perhaps maybe, you know. Well, I forgot until I found out today that was May's next month, and I do look forward to my May every year. So
I got
yeah,
an
but I'm not
idea.
gonna do my own thing this year like I usually do because I couldn't come up with anything exciting. So I'm actually just gonna do the list, like their official
Oh,
list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
Anthony.
And if you want to be my Super Mario brother from another mother, find me at Spooky the 13th on Instagram and the Twitter.
I dig it.
So until next week, I'm Anthony, and in alphabetical order we are.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Leland.
I'm Steph. I was real excited I was gonna go.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. And stop.
We went long, no nights.
Thank you guys so
Hey.
much for hanging out with us.
You heard the man.
Unfortunately, there's no nights tonight because it's been a long.
Welcome to LORC ends
Not
Leland said
for the
so.
day.
LoRC ends.
Well, we had nights
ended
during the
for the
show.
night. Yeah.
No
Hope you
cool down.
enjoyed.
I don't think we
Hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, this is an extra long episode, so there won't be any nights
Yeah.
tonight.
Oh,
Yeah.
Scott has a Jordan question.
All right.
And we'll end with
What's
that,
your
I guess.
question?
Just yell it over Leland's back.
Oh.
Who's my BattleBots pick? Okay, I'm not.
Oh
actually,
yeah, we caught up, bitch. We have caught up.
Oh.
I'm not caught up. Is the problem?
Oh, well then this conversation seems one-sided suddenly.
Niall's been on vacation, so I
We
just haven't
caught
been
up in a
watching.
hurry to talk to you about it.
Oh.
Well, I didn't know this. If I, no, then
you
yeah, I would have
said
been. I've been
you and
watching
Niall were watching it. Like
it. He's been on
oh.
vacation for a week and a half.
Oh, that's
How
cool.
many
He going
episodes
anywhere
are
cool?
there? How can you remember who your favorite pick is?
You,
Aren't there
Steph,
so
you
many?
just know. You just
every,
know.
every season there's like a certain amount,
Oh.
so it's easy.
You
to
just
feel
know
like
that
that's a
pizza
lot.
roll and is going to take it all.
Oh, okay.
And
Pizza Roni or whatever. The fuck
there's
it's
so many
called.
bots like that. It's just like the very gimmicky ones. It's just like, oh, you're not gonna last though.
No, so dumb. So fucking dumb.
Anyway,
Sounds fun.
Anyway,
we'll see
bye.
you all next time.
Bye.
You're all the best. Thank you so much.